for all of the strategies because we changed them a handful of times. Make sure we're all ready for our route for tomorrow's Prog, and then also for anyone going to the Monday Prog to also be ready. Let's see here. I don't think we do the trash in this run, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
Do you want to just do bosses and then come back to trash at the end?
Yeah, let's do that. We'll have to find another VOD with the trash.
To be fair, the first bit of trash isn't.
Yeah, I think we're just mega pulling everything and AOing it pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about Genrock. Prog people for tomorrow. I have this Welcome Roster V2 ToT Prog. It's a separate sheet than we normally use, and there's a lot more like flat stuff on here. So make sure you have that available. For anyone that hasn't been to the PTRs a lot, we have like a new visual look to our sheets. So this is the general assigns tab where we can import stuff for Fuji and has our general assignments that are usually on the left side of the screen. And then each boss will be its own tab. It gives us more room to like do assignments and have a nicer picture and have some notes. Feel free to go through this. I'll post this Prog one to our rediscuss right now. Feel free to go through it, and if you guys see anything wrong with it or have any questions about anything, please feel free to ask after. Okay, for Genrock, first boss of the raid. These aren't going to be like full guides. If you want those, go and watch like Jordy guides or other people's guides. I'm more just going to be talking about what's the most important stuff to remember is what can wipe us on each of these fights, and what we need to focus on. So, fight will start. Most important thing for this beginning of the fight, if you get focused lightning, you run to the right side, the entrance, and you drop off your lightning here on the corner of the grates. And pretty much we want to use this grate first while we're over here. And then afterwards we'll use the next grate and the next grate and then the next grate. It's really important when you run out. If your ball goes over someone else's little lightning puddle, it like explodes and does a bunch of damage. So you have to make sure you avoid that. When the throw happens, you can see thundering throw happening. The tank lands right here, and if you're on top of that spot, you'll get stunned. So make sure you're not directly on top of that person. Once they get fall though, immediately come over here, and we get in the pool and we lust. This is at about 43 seconds into the fight. And it's really important you save all DPS cooldowns for this, except maybe 1 minute, but save 2 and 3 minutes for this part of the fight. So we're lusted, we're popping all of our DPS cooldowns, blowing the boss up. You still get the focused lightnings, make sure you run them out right away. And you can see now we put like 4 over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we can probably start using the other grate. If you guys look at the assignment sheet, for this phase, there's an ability called ionization. Let's see. Did it already go out here? So there's a timer for the ionization. And once the timer reaches 0, then he does a cast of it, right?
Correct.
So he goes to 0. Is he just not using it? I think his timers are off. Most of the time mine have been really correct in this fight though, so. Anyway, right before the ionization goes out, I'll generally call it out, but if you want to just watch your own timers and watch the cast bar yourself, you can do that too, to make sure you get it, because some of them are short duration. AMS works, Boomies can symbiosis in AMS, Rogues can cloak, Hunters can deterrence, Mages can block. So if you're able to pre-immune it, then we have a big table here for self-dispel. So once we get the debuff, these people should go to the right side of the puddle and self-dispel themselves. These people should go to the left side of the puddle and self-dispel themselves. Make sure you pop a defensive when you do this, because it hits pretty hard. and make sure no one else is near you because it explodes. And then these guys over here, mostly the warriors and warlocks, right before the ionization is going to expire naturally, you need to go out to a place by yourself so you don't AoE anyone, and let it fall off and use a defensive. The focus lightning orb, does it spawn like on you or right next to you, or?
Like
The-
20 yards away from you?
It spawns on the boss.
It spawns. Yeah, the boss is the epicenter for it.
Oh.
He's just got like a fucking
not odd,
huge
but-
hitbox.
It looks like Voltos spawns over here.
Yeah, but it's always like that distance from the boss.
Right, okay.
So wherever
Like
the
at,
boss
at,
is,
like the edge of the boss's hitbox.
Which is massive. So
Okay, so some people went out and dispelled their ionization, and now we're gonna get lightning storm. So for the lightning storm, we're all gonna stack up on marker here, and I have it in the assignments here, and it should also be on the Fuji's, but everyone should make sure. Just in general, actually, this is a good time to talk about it. The Fuji assignments have been super, super, super buggy. This whole PTR cycle and everything. So please, especially warriors, healers, DKs, and rogues, take a look at these assignments before the fight. Make sure you know when you're supposed to go. And go on your timer, even if the Fuji Uyghur does not call it out correctly. If it does call it out correctly, like feel free to send it when it calls it. But I have these like 8 seconds into the thunder, 12 seconds into the thunder, and 15 seconds into the thunder. But yeah, you can kind of vibe it out. And then the other thing is that we want to start doing, I don't think we were doing it in this one, is we want to dance in these circles. So like stay in the barrier, but try to dodge these orbs. You can dodge them, and it will reduce the damage we take by a lot. Oh, also shamans. Make sure you have glyph of healing stream totem. I think for pretty much every fight now. Prox has a nice little chart. And
Yeah, I'm about to change that chart because I'm looking at this. We need to be able to have 2 water totems down for this fight specifically. None of the others really.
I don't think that's necessarily true as long as you pop the healing stream totem before the lightning storm. So like as we're running to the lightning storm, you start popping your healing stream totems, so we start getting all the buffs. But yeah, double healing totems is good here also. But yeah, so we're gonna be using glyph of healing stream totem, and you have to pop your healing stream totem before the lightning storm main damage happens, so that way we all get the damage reduction buffs. So really, really important. Again, I have it in the weak aura. It's just a matter of whether it's gonna work or not. I'll try calling it out too, or if anyone else remembers, try calling it out. So pop our healing string totems, then we pop all of our cooldowns, and then yeah, just try to dodge in these circles. The big lightning orbs are the things that do most of the damage, so they are dodgeable. Once we hopefully survive, the tank needs to make sure they're on the opposite side over there. They will get thrown again to the statue behind us. The tank lands. Everyone goes and gets into the puddle again, and we pretty much finish the boss. We'll make a call whether we have the damage to not deal with the ionizations, but I think generally we have been running out and dispelling them, right?
We've been letting them expire, yeah.
Yeah, so make sure you do not kill everyone with your ionization. It's not worth it. So dispel your ionizations, come back in, finish the boss before the next lightning storm is the plan. Okay. Horadon, there's a bunch of different ways to do the fight, and we've done it in a bunch of different ways. For our prog tomorrow, the plan is to, once we get to the third door, the ice door, we ignore all of the ads, and we burn the boss down. Fluffy, I don't think you were here when we did this. Fluffy, are you here actually?
Yeah.
I don't think you were here when we did this strat, but pretty much at the third door, you pick up the 3 like big frozen guys, and they drop frozen orbs, and you just kite away from them and just tank them the whole time while we kill the boss.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll bring the boss over here. Boss damage is important here, but it's not multiplied yet, so it's not a huge deal. Make sure the ads are dead before we go to the next door. The Waste Walkers put down sand puddles. They're kind of hard to see. Make sure you're not standing in them. A mechanic here that a lot of people have been messing up, like here and there, is charge. So he'll charge a random raid member, and then he'll do his frontal wherever he charged them. So when you're getting charged, you really want to run to the tank or run to where his tail is down, and that way it points the frontal away from us. Again, we also have cooldowns for all of the dire calls and roars going out. Please try to look at the sheet and know when you're supposed to go. And hopefully the weak ore works, but if not, you should know when you're supposed to go. And Vera, I think we've taken you off like pretty much all cooldowns, and you're just back up with the revival.
Yeah, on this one I wait for the poison, but yeah.
If we ever get fully poisoned or anything, just send it.
I will say there was probably only one instance where it happened, but there was a case where the poison went out, I revivaled, and the poison went out again, and it was kind of like bozo.
Yeah, that's very not ideal, and that's just our DPS messed up the interrupts, so. There's a lot of easy ways to die on this boss. If you guys aren't paying attention, the pink dinosaur, you have to make sure you keep knocking it away from you. We have good weak cores and macros and stuff. Also, supposedly snowballs work, or not supposedly, like we tested them out and they work. So you can definitely try that, but just be ready to do it normally if it doesn't work for whatever reason.
Magma totem also apparently works.
Yeah, you just have to like place it correctly, right?
Just drop it and then run to the far side of it from the dinosaur.
Yeah. Sometimes the person doesn't get all the way to where they're going with their charge. So like this person, they tried to boots and get over there, but they were just like a little bit slow, so it's kind of towards us. This ability is very easy to dodge, and you can see the animation is messed up on it. So it starts, the animation starts, and you can see on the ground, the animation kind of disappears, like the ground effect, but it's still going. So it's really important you don't stand in that area until like he stops doing his little swipe animation and turns back towards the tank. Okay, Venom Priest. This is the second door. The Venom Priest jumps down. All DPS full swaps to the skull here. It's really, really important we kill him immediately because we're trying to make sure he dies before he casts his poison spell. So everyone full nukes this Venom Priest. I'll try to bring it into melee to help cleave it. But yeah, all DPS are on it and interrupting his poison ability. So there he dies before he gets his poison ability off, which is good. And then 2 more jump down. When the 2 more jump down, we'll focus this left one. And again, if we can fully burn this left one so it doesn't cast its ability, is really good. But we still need interrupts on both. So we missed an interrupt there.
Could we change interrupts from markers to the first one and then the left and right one, because the markers were very inconsistent?
Yeah, I think I like that better.
The first one's solo, and then it's the pair left and right.
And really, we don't even need 3 different assignments, right?
Unless if we're shitting the bed, we do.
Yeah, let's
Number
play
one
not
could
just the bed.
still be live when the other two spawn.
And it's first, left, right.
Well, everyone should be on first, though, is the idea.
Is it always dead?
It is when we focus it correctly. Okay, so then we'll get on these. So that it's for interrupts, but we should all be focusing the left one. Because pretty much if they live long enough, they spawn a. We'll see if we get one here.
A fusion.
A fusion, yeah. I think we got one, but it died. Kind of hard to see on all these nameplates.
If there's
Yeah.
green stuff on the ground, there was an
Yeah.
effusion.
So if an effusion spawns, which is like the ability we're trying to avoid, but if it spawns, we all immediately switch to it and kill it. We'll probably at least get one for sure. And then just make sure you stay out of the poison. Finish off the poison guys, and then pretty much focus the boss.
Why did we not batter a Samador? This is great.
He was DC'd.
Because I crashed.
Oh right.
Yeah. What else is new?
If these Bloodlords are still alive at this point, Fluffy, I'll just take them with the boss, and well, actually, it's fine. Pretty much, I just want when these frozen guys come out. So the Risen Drukhari Warriors, these guys fixate. So please, if you get them, bring them all the way into melee so we can cleave them. And Fluffy will be picking up the Drukhari Frozen Warlords, and not taking them back here. We pretty much want you to tank it like off to the left, like near his tail, Fluffy. And he'll be dropping frozen orbs, and you just kite away from the frozen orbs. 2 more spawn, so now you have all 3. I'd probably recommend using Vince here so you can double talk. And yeah, I don't like where Chadgar is taking it. It was his first time doing it, but I think I'd want you like over here to the left, away from the raid.
Is Classic down right now? What the fuck?
No.
Okay, Dynamancer comes out. All DPS hard focus the Dynamancer. I'll tank the Dynamancer, Fluffy. You just keep your 3 warlords off to the side where he is now. And if you can hit the boss, go ahead, Fluffy, but just gotta be careful of the orbs. Okay, the boss rams in, and he's about to hit 30%. Ideally, he'd already be 30% right here. But we're a little bit behind on DPS. We had a dead DPS or 2.
Real quick, man.
Mhm.
These Risen Drukhari Warriors and Champions, up until he charges the door, I think we are hard cleaving. We
Why?
don't want. They have a stacking debuff, and we're not gonna have the dispels to keep up with that.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. But yeah, in general, the most important thing is we're not killing these frozen warlords, so don't attack those guys. Focus boss and cleave the ads. And then at 30%, we pop Lust, and we send all DPS cooldowns, and we focus boss. Fluffy, you pick up War God, and you start rotating through cooldowns and externals with your 3 dudes plus War God. It's really important we're all stacked at this point for healing circles and abilities. And so, like, in this example, again, the weak ore wasn't calling stuff out, but, like, the boss is 11% health, and he dies really fast. People should be pressing their buttons. Like, make sure you guys are using your buttons on every fight. Even, like, there's a chance, even at 11%, that, like, he does a roar, and War God does a roar, and we die pretty fast, so feel free to pop your buttons.
Where are Chad's guys right now? Just on the other side of the boss, or?
He's taking them all, right here.
Oh, okay.
You see them? The
Yeah,
3
I see.
Warlords and War God.
Okay.
But yeah, this strat seemed a lot safer than what we were doing before.
Before we get too off topic, Moon, I wanted to bring up something about Jinrock.
Mhm.
For the ionization, mainly just like a rogue disclaimer, but like if you try to pre-immune the ionization and get too cute with it, your cloak will dispel your ionization in the puddle that you're standing in, which will instantly one-shot the raid, so just be super, super careful about it.
Yeah, just do it early. If you miss it, it's not that big of a deal. You can just go out and like let it expire later.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, Corbin, you're not using.
I don't use cloak, I
cloak.
use
Okay.
Amos.
Yeah.
So it's mainly just for the rogues or bubblers.
Yeah.
For the split.
At Volto.
Don't be
What?
cute, Apoc.
I'll already have been inside a block for 2 seconds, just waiting for him to cast the fucking thing.
That's crazy.
Well, Icebox
2
on
whole
the global.
seconds?
I can't wait. It sucks.
Oh,
Okay, let's
unlucky.
talk about council here. One thing really important that we haven't done correctly all the time is smoke bomb. Apoc, you're going to go for the first one. Okay. So ideally, if we get the smoke bomb off at the right time, we won't have to deal with the frostbite, which is nice. But we'll be in our groups just in case. And then if we get the frostbite, we will do it correctly. I think Jordy was calling people when to move, so he can keep doing that. When the Blessed Lowest Spirit spawns, Fluffy will shockwave it, I think, usually, and then everyone help kill it. And
We'll also get rooted by me.
Yeah.
I have a quick question. I don't want to overcook, but is it worth us doing our range groups on either side of Marley? And having Kazergen just constantly rolling so we can chain lightning and cleave better?
You're saying like
Because
have like group 3 here and
Are
group 4
you saying
over
the
here?
start?
well, I'm just saying like where we tank Marley at the start, just have both range groups, one on the left side of Marley and one on the right side. Because we don't want to be too close to the other group, so we're not
If
inside
we
the
get
smoke
the
bomb.
if we get the frost thing during that, we're fucked though, right?
Why are we fucked?
No,
No, there's still
We're
2
just
groups.
rotating. Yeah.
it'll
I
mean
think
Kazergen rolls towards Marley instead of rolling
I think
somewhere random.
technically it's better, but we should just stick with what we have.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe a future cook. It's just we're losing
Yeah.
a lot of cleave when he's just AFK out there like that.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's fine.
Let's see. Not much. Oh yeah, make sure
Yep.
we're interrupting Sewell the whole time. Everyone that has interrupt should be helping interrupt Sewell. His sandbolt hurts. Another Blessed Lowest Spirit. Kill the Blessed Lowest Spirit. I think that one got in, it looked like. Did he heal?
Unsure. Yep, he did. Soul's health went up. So if you see the empowered lightning here, you need to be stacked in melee. Non-negotiable. Everybody has to stack except for the Marley tank.
Yep, when
That's including
Kazergen-
the 2 people out there. It looks like it's Epur and
Epur and Leshevra. Are
Leshevra.
they
Yeah.
baiting the roll
Yeah, we're baiting the roll, aren't we?
You don't bait the roll.
in that phase?
If everybody's stacked up, he just rolls pretty much in melee. So the only time you need to bait is for
The Marley.
the Marley Twisted Fate, and then also kind of for the actually it's just for that, huh? Pretty sure. So outside of that, you guys can be stacked up.
You're gonna stack up tomorrow. We're gonna get blown up, and it's like, why weren't you?
Yeah.
Why weren't you baiting Epur? Yeah,
it's
I
gonna be
can see that
it's something
happening.
we all
Epur.
forgot, and it's just like, boom. Oh yeah, that's why.
Okay, when Marley is empowered, he does an ability where instead of summoning like the lowest spirit, he summons 2 clones of our raid members, one in ranged, one in melee, and we have to kill these at the same time. Melee, you can like mostly just like keep cleaving the boss, and it'll like kind of die at the same rate that the ranged one dies at. But you can adjust if theirs is dying fast, kill ours fast. If theirs is dying slow, you can kill ours slower. And they're fully stunnable, knockable, etc. Corbin, we had talked about you taking over the knockbacks for this. Are you still comfortable doing that?
Yeah, it's 30-second cooldown. I'm just gonna do it every time.
Okay, we'll plan to have Corbin do it, and I think the people were Prox and someone. Prox and
I
Turtle.
think.
You guys can be backup now instead.
Yeah, I will just say that Typhoon's knockback range isn't as severe or snappy, and so like it'll just kind of push it back slightly.
Yeah, I think it should be fine. It was kind of like going back too far sometimes. So, but yeah, all DPS switch to those ads, kill them. They have to die at the same time, and we pop some minor defensive cooldowns. Shamans, make sure you know which ones you're on. We'll be calling out kill targets if people need more or less damage on them. But the idea is, just so everyone knows, see this purple bar? It's like slowly filling up High Priestess Marley's energy. We want to push her before she gets to 100.
It's
And
also on the nameplate with Foji.
yeah, and then it tells you up here, right? What I think it's broken on here. Yeah, but it should tell you like how much percentage you need to break her out. Soul should die before he gets empowered again, which he always has been so far from our polls, so that's not really much to worry about. And then once Soul is dead, we can pretty much even cleave all three of these guys, focusing like the high health ones. A lot of times it'll be Kasrigan, since he's like rolling around so much, he'll be like the high health one, so make sure we're focusing him. And it's pretty good if he's like the first one to die out of these three, so that way we don't get a second Kasrigan in power. But other than that, that's the whole fight. This has been one of our better fights, so nothing to be too worried about. Fluffy, I'll just call if I need you to taunt, or if you see me at super high stacks, you can taunt. Okay, next. Tortos. This has been one of our easier fights. Fluffy, you here? He ain't here right now. But I think the plan will be to have him tank the boss plus the ads whenever he can. So healers, just make sure you're watching him. And I'll just taunt the boss off when he has to go pick up ads. Epur, I know you're already doing a lot on this fight, but if you ever see the bats come down, you can try to misdirect them to Fluffy.
Yeah, try, but don't expect it.
Fluffy, did you ever have a particular time on this fight where you like wanted my Ursals, or can I just like chuck it on cooldown? Does it ever fuck with your pathing or anything if I do that? Or would you rather I not?
It's not gonna fuck with my pathing too bad. Yeah,
Wait, what
so
are you
long
talking
as
about?
it's
Ursul's Vortex?
yeah,
We don't really need it for anything, right?
It's just for when the bats
it
come
helps on
down.
bats sometimes.
Oh, I see.
It's helpful sometimes. I don't think I've ever seen it be a detriment on this fight in particular.
Because they all come down like in the same spot, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
all
they
come down
swarm to
roughly in
the
the
same
same
area.
spot, and then they kind of spread. So if the longer they stay in the same spot, the easier it is for me to pick up. So it's generally good.
Okay. That's good to know. So feel free to
Once
like
they're
AoE stun them or AoE slow them.
Yeah, once they're on me, I don't really need Ursals at all. It won't help. But like here, you can see it's like dragging them back towards the boss, right? Like they were chasing whoever was on the left side, and then they got dragged back to me, and now they're on me. So it was good.
Generally for this fight, the most important thing is use defensive for the big stomps, and then after the stomp happens, re-get your shield, and avoid the circles on the ground. A lot of our deaths and wipes here just came to tank deaths.
And not focusing the very first turtle.
True, yeah. Make sure pretty much all ranged demons, like, you really should be focusing these turtles whenever they're out and spinning around. They need to die.
Specifically the skull marked one.
Yep.
For the very first one, and then if there are active turtles spinning, you should be killing them.
Yeah, more in here.
No.
I don't know if you were in for when we. The faster you can get slows on them when they spawn, like in the turtle's butt, the longer
I can
they
only
stay
get
cooped up.
Yeah, I can only get a stun for like it's like one global. So if I'm global, like
No,
sometimes
stun
it's
and
weird.
slow.
No,
Yeah,
no, no, yeah. The pesty only goes so far.
Okay.
Yeah, I know the hunter trap helped a lot when we used it also, Aper. And yeah,
Yeah,
anyone else that
Yeah.
have slows.
If the hunter traps down, it's easier because I get more than like one global to try and hit it.
I'm sure there's probably other people that might have slows available. Everyone's just trying to help out.
Warriors could run Piercing Howl, I guess, which is 15 yard.
Yeah,
mean,
that
I
could
don't
be
know if
good.
that's better than pestilence? Is that 15 yard or 10
Well, the
yard?
thing is about the trap and pestilence is it can hit them when they're like back in the turtle's butt.
Well, the problem with pestilence is like the spread range from the boss is just really awkward and not very consistent. So yeah, I think a piercing all would help. Yeah, like I said, a lot of the wipes here was Chadgar learning the fight, and then us just like dying to tank deaths. But let's try to make sure we're calling for externals when we can. Try to have a cooldown up for the stomps for the tanks. But generally a pretty easy fight as long as we keep the tanks alive, I'd say, and we don't die to the breaths. This was our attempt at a different skip. We can talk about the skip while we're here. I think the current plan right now is we're just gonna go to the 3 separate spots that we had originally planned, not to like the drag one to another. And this spot that's right below us, that we're calling left, I believe. Aplock, you'll try to shroud them out and get over to this side, to the right side. If it doesn't work and you guys die, just die, run back, and we'll summon you.
So the closest spot is left.
Yes. I didn't actually see what happened here when you guys died. I know like a bunch of bombs got pulled, but
I think this was the one where we tried to pet leash it, right? And it just chained the whole raid.
we tried to misdirect, yeah, but something went wrong. Anyway, I don't think we're gonna go for it. We just didn't pull it off correctly, so. Alright, let's talk Bagheera. So there's 3 range spots and 3 melee spots. The melee spots are just for us to stack up and use healing cooldowns and healing abilities for the rampages. Shamans, when the mob dies and we like start running over here, get time to drop healing strip totems. Healers, especially Ori, remember after the rampages, one of the tanks has to go far to tank the far green one. Ori will be watching him, and then I've usually been calling out for GSs when needed. Range groups, group 3 is left, group 4 is right, and group 5 is middle. And the idea is as soon as you get the Frosty buff and it's on you, you run straight back. And everyone else in the group just like make sure you don't get hit, walk forward. Whenever these worms spawn, big AoE on them. We'll be calling out which ones to go to. And also the weak ores has like kill next arcane, that means go to purple. We have cooldowns assigned, but make sure you know which ones you're on in advance in case the weak ore isn't working. And we can always call them out too.
Moon, do you see that number? The 1 out of 7?
Uh-huh.
When it gets to 6 out of 7, that's the loss.
6, 7.
Shut up.
I'm kicking Epur.
That's -1.
And
Actually,
then
that might
I
be -5.
think we talked about this. Were you guys running out and taking the gate back, or gating out and running back?
Personal preference.
Just whatever you do, make sure the beam hits the ground first, so you don't like roast your entire party in mid-flight.
If you take the gate right
Don't
away, it'll
paint the gate
roast them?
exit.
No, you can take it. It's fine.
Oh, you mean when you're like getting back in?
No, like when the initial ice beam is cast on you specifically, if you're like in front of your party or whatever, or like in front of the gate, like you want it to hit the ground first. No.
No, it
So
doesn't.
that way it
you just
doesn't.
take the gate right away.
Yeah, you can just slam it.
Okay.
It's gonna hit that spot regardless. Like it's already predetermined. It's
I'd
sitting
say
there.
more importantly, just try to say like left, middle, or right, so that way they know to look out for it.
And don't let the ice beam hit the exit of the gate so that when other people take it, they're just stuck in ice. Like walk off to the left or right or back towards the raid before the beam gets to the exit.
To do a little bit longer gate. To be fair.
Yeah.
Make sure when we AoE these worms, feel free to make use of Warlock AoE stuns and binding shots, stuff like that. Or Soul's Vortex.
We'll have triple solar beam here. Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that? Are we burning one per or just kind of YOLO it?
Wait, when you say triple solar beam, what do you mean?
We
Your
have
solar
double
beam plus 2
symbiosis.
symbiotes.
Oh yeah, I mean we can symbiote shamans here if you want to do that.
Yeah.
Yep, seems good. What were you guys doing with the solar beams? Did you have an order, or were you just kind of setting it on
It
cooldown?
was kind of YOLO.
I mean, I would Ursul's solar beam one, like occasionally, but like chain lightning go burr, like it barely mattered.
Yeah.
Still helpful.
Okay, that's Meg, not super exciting. Just have to avoid dying to the frost things. And then tank deaths are also dangerous.
For Fluffy and Moon, very important. Please make sure you're standing at the edge of where you can face the mob, not 3 inches. That 3 inches translates to like 10 feet at the apex of its breath. So
yeah, the angles.
Yeah.
I can talk about this trash since we're here. But pretty much there's a lot of trash in this area, and it's really, really annoying, and we want to skip it every week. So let me show the beginning of it, sorry. Okay, so when we first walk into this area, there's spider nest right here. If you walk on this area, a spider will spawn, and spiders are very, very bad. So do not walk on this area. Hug the left side, jump down. There'll be these flies that pat this area. We'll just pick them up and kill them. Next thing is these lights on the ground, these yellow lights. If you walk over them, it spawns a bug. We don't want to spawn them, so just walk between the lights. There's more like spider nests here you can see. Don't walk over these, they will spawn spiders. We all hug this left side, and someone spawned a bug back there. It's not that big of a deal if someone spawns a bug back there. We can just kill it. But the main goal will be to get to this spot pretty much where we are here. And you just wait here until the druids and rogues do their thing and get to their spot and die.
Just a quick thing, man. It's not very bad if we spawn a bug. It's incredibly bad if we spawn a spider. Please don't spawn a fucking spider.
Correct.
You will wipe us and waste fucking 10 minutes of our time. Thank you.
Fluffy, I'm not gonna be here. I'm gonna be stealth. So if they do spawn whatever, make sure you pick it up and face it away. It does a frontal. I'm pretty sure I fuck up this skip a few times, but we learned it better now. But I can show you through Jordy's mind vision here. But pretty much, as soon as we get up to this snail, we invis-pot. I think I'm waiting for like Corbane and stuff. So I don't use it here, but I'm supposed to invis-pot it here. And I go up and hug the right side. Where the fuck am I going?
Trying to get eaten so you can do the skip right.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
it is.
We went back in after and made sure we know the route better. So there's another spider nest up here that you have to make sure to avoid. I think Corbane fucks it.
Oh.
And this is like, yeah, really bad. And then pretty much once we get up here, we boots over to the boss. No, I think I die too. Yeah, I died right there.
The projectiles. That's crazy.
Yeah, if the flies get pulled, it's like they do a lot of damage. But anyway, we pull the boss and then it snaps all of your guys' bodies. Does it show you? I don't know if he mind visions you. Oh, here you are. Yeah, here you are.
Are you bald? Okay, okay. Yeah.
So he distracts the snail and gets around it.
How does the gas not break you out?
So these flies up here detect stealth. I think. Or do you just walk right past them? Apparently they don't detect stealth. That's what Fiend told us. Oh, you unstealth. Wait, why did you do that?
I think because he got detected.
You still make it on that run?
Yeah, he vanishes.
Wait, do you unstealth or do they pull you out of stealth? No, I think they just shoot you and pull you out of stealth.
What it looks like to me, but
Nah, Apoc's bad. He canceled his stealth for sure.
I was like, why would that's what I say? It's like, hey, fuck, why would he have canceled it? Doesn't make sense.
Does mind vision break on damage?
Jordy's
Anyway,
not here to ask.
Apoc made it. He pulled the boss, I think, just barely. Oh, that was so close. And then pretty much the boss will do quills. Do not
we
heal
don't
us,
heal.
like Vera's revival. Oh, and Jordy's barrier.
Yeah, people blowing CDs here cooked the fuck out of me.
We didn't explain it. They thought like it was gonna snap them while they're alive. Anyway, you wait till you all die and then it snaps you.
No, you're fine to do
You,
that.
you
Probably
just
wanna
you
soul
just don't
someone
want
too.
to you just don't want to instantly die. Like if you're the first person to get there, you like shadow step and then vanish instantly. Like that might just reset.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cancel
just
or by
let the
turning
quill
back to it.
happen.
Alright, let's talk about G-Kun. So G-Kun is very assignment based. Kind of. Well, anyway, we have these teams, and we have this chart here in the middle on the waves and when people are going down and up. Our version of these assignments are very, very simple. Pretty much, like let's say you're icy, you pretty much just stay near your square marker, and whenever the light beam below you turns on, you jump down and you kill the nest, and then whenever the light beam above you turns on, you fly up and you go up and you kill the nest. So pretty much it'll always be like your team on your color. Um, that way it's just simple. But the main idea is when you jump down and kill your nest, you'll get a feather, and the feather has 3 charges. The first charge, you use it to get back onto the main platform and try to catch a feed young, if you can at the same time. The second charge you can use just to get a feed young buff. It gives you a big damage buff. Use your cooldowns during it. And then the third one you have to save to get up to your up high nest. While this is going on, the boss is just here in the middle. So the boss has been bugged for all of PTR, and we never got to see the unbugged version. On the unbugged version, there should be green puddles all over this platform. And if we need to make extra room to like be spread out enough, because you have to be spread out for Ka, you can like stand on top of the puddle and like soak it, and you'll take like a dot. So if you have like a good defensive, you can try to help soak puddles. I think melee might get kind of bad also. So we'll just have to see how it plays and only soak puddles if we think we need extra room. No, I think it'll be fixed. I think it was already fixed on the last day. We just
It was fixed. I did this with it fixed.
Yeah.
It's a lot like KJ. You just gotta look at the projectiles to see whether they're stacked up or not. If anyone did TBC.
The puddles on the ground.
Well, more so the inbound direction of the arc of the green boogers. Like on KJ, you have to see whether or not the meteor is
all-
coming at you.
They're all directed to the nest that's currently active. Like the idea is that he's
That's
sending
the feed
nutrients
young,
down
not
to the.
the.
It
Right,
did
so-
not look like that when I was doing it.
Yeah,
Definitely, you could definitely tell where they were going.
Okay, there are certain nests with nest guardians. These ones are very dangerous and also the most important. Ideally, the tank is there and he's the first one there and picks him up. If you don't see a tank there, I'd recommend not jumping down right away. Or if you do, like warriors, you guys should go like defensive stance and die by the sword. Shamans, you should put down an Earth Ellie, like have the Earth Ellie tank it. But it does a lot of damage, so be ready.
I also noticed in this VOD you guys don't dodge Caw. Is that just because it's not worth it?
What do you mean, be spread out for call?
You can the projectile's targeted at your position. If you move when it's casting, it doesn't hit you.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Not worth the
I
damage
had
though.
no idea.
I
Yeah, I'd say
mean,
generally it doesn't kill anyone, so just
half
sell
of this roster can cast while moving, but sure.
through.
Must be nice.
When downdraft happens, we will try to send a roar for everyone, but use the move and ability, don't get knocked off. If you get knocked off, it's really annoying. It sends you
Which
back up, but
rogue
it's
was
like
that?
40 seconds.
That was actually insane. I don't know
It
who's
was
this.
Tonka.
Tonka just got saved, dude. Holy.
Oh, the feather? Hell yeah.
That was an insane feather, dude.
Yeah. Feather's definitely an insane ability. Our priests are pretty good at using it, but it's definitely very helpful in a lot of these fights. We'll be calling out which nests are coming up. You can see which ones are coming up here. So next ones coming up are square down, triangle up. Triangle up is a very, very important one. So if you guys are on triangle up, really make sure you get there. I'll be trying to get there right away to make sure we have a tank there. This is like the last scary nest, and after that, they're all very chill. Let's see. Something to mention: a lot of these fights can go partially wrong. Like we have 5 deaths here, and you can still kill the boss. Please let me call the wipes or one of the other officers. If we don't call a wipe, please keep playing fully. Like I said, a lot of these fights you can kill with a lot of people dead, so just keep fully playing, try your best until we call wipe. How did Jody get knocked off? I think we
He
called
forgot
wipe.
to
Yeah.
feather himself.
I think we said this was a super messy pull. Let's wipe and go again just to get a clean one. But I think we could have killed it there. Okay, Iron Quan. I think we will bring the trash in. It felt pretty safe, right? So at least on the first pull.
Was that with Fluffy or was that with Chaggar?
I think Fluffy was there for that. Fluffy, yeah. Fluffy, no here. Oh, yeah, it's on this pull. Let's see, is Fluffy tanking? No, it's Chad.
Yeah.
But pretty much, we'll pull all of the little dogs in with the boss. Obviously, this fucks your like pre-pull stuff, but it gives us a lot of damage. Don't AoE them if it does not give you single target damage. We're just using them for funnel and vengeance. For funnel.
With 4 warlocks, that's a lot of fucking chaos bolts.
Let's see. Melee, it's really important in this phase 1 that you are hard stacked on square. And we're calling our cooldowns for the melee for the fire ability. It hits pretty hard. We have a buddy system and assignments for this fight. Located here. Make sure you check where you are. And who your buddy is, etc. I've seen a lot of people like these spears come down and it shoots out the line and they like for some reason wait for the line to get all the way to them to like dodge it. You can usually see when they're coming towards you. Just dodge them ahead of time.
The closer you are to the spear, the more likely you are to get hit. But it's going to come out in that kind of a star-ish pattern. So you kind of just want to take a wide berth and give yourself a chance to dodge it. Fire spear matters less for the range than other ones, but the other ones will like reduce your haste and shit.
Yeah, like the
Shamans
crossbow
be
is really bad.
yeah, shamans be super liberal with your windwalk totems. Just anytime you see anybody with a movement impair on your frames, just fucking chuck it down. No reason not to.
They have to be in the totem, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, you can move them around now.
Yeah, but
Actually,
you're
I don't know
just
where the fuck
fucking.
people are.
Yeah, but that's like.
If only we had pre-assigned areas.
That
where
actually
exactly
was-
people
Yeah,
are going to
but
be.
that doesn't. Oh, okay. I'm over here, Corbane. Come get me. Oh, who the
Okay.
fuck?
That does remind me, shamans on this fight and a few other fights where we're spread out. We really want to take the talent to teleport your totem. So like for Stormlash, you need to teleport it into melee. Because like we have people spread out on both sides of the boss, it's too far. So really make sure you have your teleport talent and you teleport your Stormlash in.
Which fights are that? Is that relevant for? It's Iron Quan, obviously, but what
Dark
else?
Animus.
Dark Animus, Leishan.
Jikun.
Is it relevant for Leishan?
Yeah, I think Lishan we're all together.
It's
You
relevant for
put it in the
Epur.
middle, Epur would get it.
Yeah, it's not relevant.
Unlucky, buddy. I tried.
It's not just for
Tortoise, if you're
Stormlash.
on
It's
the
also for Healing Tides. Also, like all that
Mhm.
shit.
Tortoise, if you're like on the side, it might not reach their side.
I think it should be fine. But yeah, use your best judgment for the. But especially for this fight, we know we had issues.
Twins as well. We're all spread out, far away.
Yep, twins is a good one.
A lot of them.
Okay, it's really important, guys. As soon as the boss flies away here, pop your defensives now. We've had people die to this pull-in plus storm. It hits pretty hard. So pop your defensives as soon as he flies away. Whoever's assigned to rally demo, make sure you hit it early before we get pulled in. It looks like we don't have one up right now, for example. And now the other thing is we have the 4 warlock gates here. And obviously use them if you can. But I've actually found it pretty safe to use my boots and just boots around the tornadoes. So use your best judgment. And then especially for splits, we probably won't have 4 warlocks. Well, even for this raid, 5 people have to boots. So warriors, you pretty much should always like boots and leap. Mages, you pretty much should always like boots and blink, stuff like that.
You don't want to leave it up to RNG to take the gate. To be honest with you.
Yeah,
You can
like
just
a lot of times, like I went to click and I was like clicking the wrong gate. It didn't have like charges and stuff, so I just started bootsing every time, and it felt a lot more consistent and safe. Okay, once we get to phase 2, it's really important that you guys know your phase 2 positionings and get there right away. Oh, not right away, but actually when we take
for the
the
lightning, yeah.
when we take the gates here, we'll usually like stack here in the middle just for some heals and make sure everyone's recovered. And then especially for people with short durations, like Tamaldor and Fiend only have 8 seconds left. They have to make sure they're out of the group before that. But in general, around that time, everyone can spread out and go to their groups.
What is Jordy doing right now?
You never look at the
he's being
movement
Jordy.
while we're watching the VODs. Ignore the character.
No, why is he not stacked with the group at all? He's just.
He's vibing.
And he just like all that time being out of melee, and he just refreshes lightning debuff. What the
Ow,
fuck?
why are we dying?
It's a bunch of people just refresh lightning.
Oh.
Fucking insane.
That usually isn't the like thing that kills you.
Doesn't help.
There's also a line through melee, and
They were just like
That
standing in it.
line's
a little bit.
definitely gonna suck.
Yeah, melee, feel free to let us know, the tanks, if you guys need us to move. But he has a pretty big hitbox, and there's usually somewhere we can hit, melee can hit safely, generally. But yeah, just call if you need.
It's better for Fluffy and Moon. It's better to like start farther back, like where the gateways are.
Yeah,
And
you
then
want us more in the
adjust
middle?
if needed.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
like you guys being as close as you are right there, like fucks like 10 people.
Yeah, we can be more in the middle.
Sorry, say that again. You want us to start closer to the gateways or closer to the wall?
Closer to the gateways.
Okay.
So we can spread it around the boss. Like we can use that front wall, like that's blocked off right
I have
there.
a question. Would it fuck anything if I stand in melee? Because like,
Yes.
Probably.
The
Well,
spears
get
that he throws
speared.
that does the star, it can target you.
the stupid like thing that doesn't affect casters, it affects me. It's so cool.
that is really true.
Surely that'll be fixed.
Nope.
Well, I don't
Nope,
cast.
literally.
I fucking melee attack from range. That's basically how it works.
I mean, it
I
is
just go
possible
for
you
the
count
first
as a
cycle.
melee if you're in a melee. We never tested it, but we wouldn't want to test it on Prog.
Yeah. It's a week to surprise, guys. I was in melee.
Yeah, exactly.
Just play BM.
To be honest, I don't think Keeper being in melee on this would cause an issue.
I'm
He
not
probably
sure
could.
if the spear will get thrown
It
at him or not.
it doesn't matter if the spear gets thrown at him if he's sitting just slightly off to the side. Don't like stand directly on melee, but if a bad line goes through melee, we have windwalk totems. So as long as the melee isn't asleep for
What about the
10 seconds in a line,
lightning debuff spear?
the lightning isn't. He could do it in phase 3. You can't do it in phase 4. You would have to wait until Quetzal or whatever is dead to go back in, but
Okay.
it'll give you some damage cheaper.
This last phase is really important for everyone to understand. You cannot come and stack in. I don't know if we called this or what, or maybe this is the one we were trying to do. Actually, yeah, I think it was. We were trying to like all stack it and just brute force heal through it. It almost worked. But the main goal in this phase will be to focus Rorschach, the fire guy, and heavily cleave the other dogs. When Rorschach dies, cleave and focus the other 2 dogs. Melee.
Sorry.
Melee, make sure you're stacked up for this phase because he has the fire ability back. And we have some cooldowns planned for that part of the fight. And then we have cooldowns planned for the fist part of the fight afterwards.
You want dogs or do you want boss?
It'll depend on our boss stacks, I think. So we just have to play it by ear.
So the person with stacks takes boss and without takes dogs. Is that right, or is it backwards?
Backwards. Whoever currently
Okay.
has stacks should take the dogs, and the person without stacks should taunt the boss and start getting stacks.
Okay.
So we were trying a strat where we like ignore the dogs and just focus boss and heal through the damage. Did not work out too well for us. It was close, but
There's also, if you you probably don't want to try it, but you can do a little bit of vengeance with the ads, like the trash for phase 1, to push through the fire guy and have less damage on the melee.
oh,
But
you weren't here. We went over that. We did that on the first pull.
oh,
So yeah, we're gonna pull in all the little dogs, and we're just gonna use it for funnel.
okay. Are we killing the big guys first and then using the little dogs, or are we just doing
Yeah,
everything?
yeah. We pull the big guys before we pull the boss.
Okay, okay,
Kill them, and then we pull the boss with all the little guys.
okay.
Okay, so this last phase, we're all killing Rorschach and cleaving. It's really important that the people with the lightning debuff do not spread in this phase. Technically, once Quetzal is dead, everyone except these 4 people can come in. But honestly, a lot of times when we've tried that, like people run through each other or run through someone, and we spread lightning to everyone. So I think we'll wait till there's at least only 2 people.
Just look at people. If they have lightning effect, don't run into them.
Yeah. So at
Use
this
your
point,
eyeballs.
we'll call everyone except Oz and Jordy to come in. But you can't run through Oz and Jordy on your way in like this guy.
That was insane. Ah, fuck.
I believe I run through him right here too.
Wait, what just happened?
Oh my god. I apologize.
Oh, It hurts.
Wait, how did this even happen?
It wasn't even
The
Jordy's
pause
fault.
and Jordy
It was
timeout.
my.
This is the
Only
Jordy's
Fiend has
buddy.
it now.
Yeah, but Jordy's buddy runs into Fiend and then hits
Yeah.
Jordy with it.
I
Yeah.
see.
I thought I was out of this since I was not.
That's funny. Did we kill on this full?
No. I remember. Actually, we might have. Never mind.
Jesus Christ.
Looks like we do. We do the hard
Yeah, we
mode.
kill it.
I mean,
That's
honestly, the lightning by
crazy.
itself doesn't do that much damage, but obviously, yeah,
It's
not
just on
ideal.
top of everything.
That was both times where we were exactly like, okay, don't do this, and then it's literally on screen.
Wasn't on the sheet. How could I have known?
True. Okay, let's talk about twins. For anyone that didn't do much PTR with this, you fight the blue guy for 3 minutes, and then you fight the sun guy for 3 minutes, and then you fight both together. The sun guy damage is the only damage that matters on this fight because he's like 10 times more dangerous than the blue guy. So anytime we can kill a DPS the red guy, we do. So even on this pull, like you only get one global on the sun guy and then he disappears. But if you can get a damage global on him, you should. We think travel spells don't work unless like they're kind of like connecting at CT spawns. So either time your travel spell really well, like this cast bolt. I don't know, so that was early, but or
How
just
is
like
that
put a good
early?
dot on
What?
him.
Go rewind. Take a look at that again.
0.2
That hits
seconds early.
perfectly. No, it hit perfect.
0.3 seconds early.
It hadn't even hit, and somebody pulled.
Is the cast bolt not well pulled?
No. Nice try. I'm being framed. See,
I'm
it's
pretty
still.
sure it is.
It hasn't collided yet. Nope. Check the log.
Hmm.
Which day was this? I'm gonna check the log.
Okay. Focus. The moon guy ranged need to be spread out in this phase because he does like blooming flower AoE bullshit.
Real quick, going back to the poll here. Try not to do anything crazy like a chaos bolt. Just let Epur do murder crows, and Epur just always stand in melee on the first tiers of the sun.
Yeah, so I figured out if I'm BMO, always get aggro. I won't if I'm survival. That's all it is.
Well, just either way, you'll have threat regardless of spec if we don't chaos bolt it. So, and that guarantees that the boss always spawns in melee for us, which is way more damage overall.
Did we ever decide what lurkers we want to get in what order? I think I should just get them early and often.
No, I think you do third set. You do 2 to like at least 2 on the third set, and I think we're fine.
Okay.
And I think, are you guys taunt swapping Suin or no?
I think what we should do, Fluffy, is you take all of the beasts and I have aggro on sun.
That's crazy.
Why is
He
that
walked
crazy?
into it. He walked into it.
Oh, you're watching Jordy. Stop watching Jordy.
Stop watching the character. Can't
Dude,
do
he
it.
walked into
Okay.
it. It's crazy.
There's these
Holy
blue
shit.
flowers and they shoot at the lines. One thing I've noticed is like literally all of the lines like connect on the spot. So I've been trying to like drag away from that one spot if I can. Shamans, just try to be aware of your surroundings. And if someone says in say chat ZZZ, pop a trimmer totem, get them out.
I've never seen this part of the fight. This is weird.
So Tears of the Sun is the main mechanic here that we want to watch out for. So when Tears of the Sun happens, Sun guy pops up and he spins around and casts Tears of the Sun. All DPS should switch to Sun and DPS him. And also that's when we're popping our defensive cooldowns, which are on the sheet. Make sure you know when you're going and you pop your correct defensives.
It's really important for all the DPS here. Cosmic Barrage, if you're not topped before that is finishing, you need to Healthstone or self-heal or something. And then anytime, I think it's only one overlap with Tears and Cosmic Barrage. if you have any defensive CD, that's when you would want to use it.
Yeah, we're pretty sure Cosmic Barrage is GUID too, so like it'll affect the same people over and over. So you guys should probably know it's gonna affect you and be ready to put the defensive. Okay, so we're about to go into day phase. Blake just popped the dragon.
Wait, everybody doesn't get that every pull?
Yeah, it's just you.
What?
Okay. So we get a bunch of lurkers and knights here. Again, we are using these for funnel, so do not AoE these mobs unless it increases your single target DPS. Everyone's just full single target DPS one. People that can use it for funnel, go ahead. Blake, you know the new strat of this, right? I forget if you were there the last night. I feel like it was Ori. But on this first Nuclear Inferno, we want to have Zwen up.
So go from Yulon directly into Zuin.
It's not like directly, I think. Let's look. So right around here is when you would want to be popping dragon, right? As we're going into day phase.
Yeah.
Let's see the timer for Inferno.
44
43
seconds.
seconds. So you have some time.
You have 20
Like 30
seconds.
seconds, yeah, to get over there. Yeah. And that's reflected on the sheet.
I believe so. Let me double check. Start of phase 2 dragon, Nuclear Inferno 1's 1. Yep. And then Fluffy, I think you were there the last night. So we're just melting all of these helmets. And we're just gonna use one for the cooldown instead.
Oh, we're melting every single comment, and we're just staying out.
At the beginning, because for the first Inferno, for the second Inferno, we should have one comment up.
So you'll be able to melt the first 3, and then the 4th you might need to pay attention to.
Right.
Okay.
And that way
Well,
he'll just be
5th at that point. But
super
yeah.
low stacks, and it should be very safe. I don't think we either didn't get the animal off, or
Yeah,
I
I
don't know what
didn't
happened
see the
here.
animal.
I think that was Ori's first time drawing Zone.
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
They do be happening.
At least she learned it as a backup, just in case.
Yep. We're gonna need a third too.
Yep, for all the splits.
Yeah.
What do you mean you're just doing it all the splits, Blake?
Welcome to Volto Hell.
I mean, Jordy's gonna be begging to do that. Is he not?
And then he's gonna be like, "Whoops, I messed it up."
Bro, I'm
Wait,
eating.
so it's just like ball tossing. Okay.
I
I don't get why it's so easy.
Jordy,
What do you mean I'm doing it wrong?
Alright, so yeah, we're just melting these comets, keeping him low on stacks. Nuclear Inferno, we should get Zwen. Oh, no. Okay, we died. KJ. Oh, hey, there's one. Okay, this should be the right timing. So Nuclear Inferno 1 is coming up. We should get Zwen any moment now. Any moment. Oh, hey, there he is.
The Foji Wigor was showing it already active.
You talking about up here?
Yeah.
No,
time
if
between-
it shows who's in there painting.
It didn't go away. That's weird.
The time from you make connection on the last constellation and like the activity of the dude is like 4 seconds too. It's weird.
Ah.
So anyway, we have Zwen up for this. We can still use our normal cooldowns, but we don't need anything crazy. And the boss is on really low stacks because we've been melting all the comets. This is comet like number 3, I think. We can melt this one also. Does it say how many stacks she has? I know it says like here, but
I
I'm surprised it doesn't
think
show
it's
anywhere else on
4.
Fuji.
It does. Just this version of Fuji was all fucked up.
Okay. Healers, if you guys do notice this number here, it really like is a huge multiplier. So you could try to be like, oh shit, she has really high stacks. Let's use cooldowns early or something, you know. Alright, so this is second Nuclear Inferno. We get Ox plus we hide behind the thing.
Oh, you know, it's right there, man. It's
Oh
not
yeah, it's right
Fuji
here.
fucking up.
He wasn't targeting
Yeah.
it, maybe?
No, it's we're keeping our stacks at 0 because
Oh,
of
okay.
how
Yeah,
far
yeah.
ahead we are
We
on
were
the
doing the
comments.
mechanic.
Right, yeah.
Well,
That
we
is good for us.
gimmick the mechanic because we're using Zuin.
Mhm.
I don't know if I'd call that gimmick, but it's not. We're just
I mean, it's not the way
arguing
it's
about.
intended, but clever use of game mechanics.
As a reminder, melee and ranged, whenever these ice comments are up, try not to stand near them. Like, try to, like, melee, just be on the opposite side of them, best you can.
Yeah, always a 90-degree angle because you don't want to leave a charge.
Yeah.
5 stacks? Not good. What is... What? What?
Moon. I remember the Moon thought it was close enough, and then the Inferno started and just blocked her in place. We still got it back to 0.
I wasn't talking about that.
You were talking about shorty again.
Oh, I've got like this blind spot in the middle
Yeah,
of my
I mean, I
screen.
don't pay attention to that when I'm, like, just worrying about the fight.
He'll do your head in. Also, speaking of, what is that icon? What ability does he need to cast?
Mindbender.
It's Mindbender. It's when weak auras
okay.
are bugged, so you just have icons in the middle of your screen the entire raid. It was great.
Alright, this is last phase.
Don't remind me.
Sun should already be super low health, ideally. And, we should kill before... Oh yeah, so we might get one Tidal Force. Or we definitely will get one Tidal Force, and we use one for that again, Blake.
Yeah.
So Tidal Force happens over there. You can try to dodge these waves. They hit kind of hard, but they're slow.
Or were you getting assassinated on this one when you came out of the star area?
I'm not sure if we're
Or
here.
what now?
So every time I
That's just-
came out of like the second and third like avatar area, I would just get sniped by like 50 like shadow bolts or whatever the fuck she's casting.
Oh
every
yeah,
time
I was
came
getting
out,
fucking
okay,
machine
yeah, I
gun.
literally came out with like astral shift and like spamming healing surge and I would still die.
Tanks are trying to be more active at uncovering the shadows during the shit this time for just vengeance funneling in general, and that should mitigate some of that in theory.
No, we're doing it on the third one. 2+ ads only. We're not gonna be doing it for everything.
Never mind, get fucked,
Gives us
shamans.
gives us more Suin damage.
Wait, what are we not doing that hurts shamans?
The
Resto
two resto
shamans that are
shamans that are
painting
doing the
specifically.
painting stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah, fuck them.
Get on, Blake.
Last phase, literally nothing happens. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll have to find other VODs now. What is this?
Big smoochies.
Smoochy, smoochy.
Wait, what do you mean dodge waves for last phase?
It's a tidal wave mechanic. It's pretty relevant. Zuin makes it.
Actual terrorists just sat there and did so quick.
Okay, let's talk about Mr. Lei Shen here. This is gonna take pulls for people to learn. It's a very like dance style fight where you just have to learn the patterns and stuff. On the PTR, it was very, very bugged for most of it. So it was kind of hard for us to learn the patterns, but it should in theory, be like a consistent pattern that we learn and do the dance. But we start on the corner. Thunderstruck happens. We all run across. Warriors, it's really, really important that you guys are doing your mass spell reflects.
We're gonna need to remember to change the groups for shaman in each group too.
Yeah.
Shamans, if you don't already have it, go get the grounding totem glyph right now while we're here.
And healing
need
stream
to have
totem.
it.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
Is there going to
Shamanistic
be?
rage.
Can we go over the timing for mass spell reflect real quick, just so I'm certain?
Yeah, the general idea is that we have flat and I think tiger. Let me double check. We have flat and tiger on 1, and Relly's and you on 2. And flat and Relly's have both been really good at it. So you guys are more like backups, but it's still really good to have, obviously. But the ability you're looking out for is, I guess it's first conduit ability here.
On this first one, yes. Subsequent ones should be diffusion chain.
Yeah. So pretty much before this goes off, team 1 should both be using their spell reflect. And then we reflect these chain lightning guys. And then yeah, it'll say chain lightning 2 or whatever, diffusion chain 2. And before that one goes off, you and Relly's use your spell reflect.
This feels
And
like a
it'll
crazy
only
question.
happen. Sorry, go ahead.
Did we skip Dark Animus?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry,
I just
continue.
didn't have footage.
Wasn't sure if I'd follow. Never mind. Yeah.
Okay. Fluffy and all warriors, it'll only happen on the very first corner here, and then it'll happen all of phase 2 and all of phase 3. It technically happens on the intermissions also, but you can't spell reflect the ones on the intermissions.
I don't think we can do anything about him choosing to cast other things. We just have to send it. Like, I don't think it's worth staggering the 2 warriors. We just have to rely on grounding.
Yeah.
If it is late.
So shamans, we have you guys in all the groups. You guys should also be very aware of how this works. So again, the ability is diffusion chain. It happens on the first corner in phase 1, and then it happens all of phase 2 on a cooldown, and all of phase 3 on a cooldown.
In phase 2 and phase 3, it's what, up like off CD in time to go 1 2 1 2 1 2.
It's a 40-second CD, so 2 can cover it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we just have backups since we have 4 warriors.
Yep.
For bouncing ball platform, make sure we go far and get these far ones. A lot of times, there'll be some back here near the tanks, and it looks like I'm gonna get it, but I'm actually running out for a decapitate, so I can't really help soak. So if you guys see them back here, melee or mobile ranged, help soak them. Ranged, in general, the plan is to be all the way on this far corner, and that way, we don't bait like a bad thunderstruck like too far to the left. So try to be on the far corner if you can, and then everyone has a general idea of what you need to use and how far quickly you need to move to get away from that crashing thunder.
Thunderstruck.
Okay. Transition. I'm actually gonna pull up the fixed version from that VOD we had.
While you're doing that, did we decide Nanny or Foggy for Stormblast?
Nanny. Okay. But we do have to note that when a Resto Shaman goes Ellie, it keeps the Resto Shamans at the top, and Ellie Shamans can move down.
I think I'm rest of the whole raid, so I'll be the anchor spot at number 1, so we should be good.
Yeah. Yep, that is true.
Yeah.
You know what? That's good comms. Let's have you go Ellie instead of Ori. Let's mix it up.
Okay.
I thought I linked the Lay
Use some double or
Kill.
triple storm lashes.
Anyone want to help me if you know where it is? That Lay Shen killer we were watching.
The CSIM VOD?
The what?
No, the I don't know which one you're watching. Never mind.
Or if you just have Elation kill from.
And for
It
skull
was VTR.
banners,
I
I'll
think it was
always be
offense,
first
wasn't
except DA.
Yeah, the Warlock Sim CSAM. I posted in the Lation channel. What I assume you already scrolled up in there.
I think I found it.
Okay.
A lot of people do the corners in a different order than us. A lot of people do like bouncing balls into static shock, but we like this one better. Okay, so if you look at this intermission, the whole point of the intermissions is it's supposed to go through each ability once, and then like reset, and then go through some of the abilities a second time. So the very first ability is always supposed to be overcharge and spread out for chain lightning. So go to your spots and spread out. Some people will get overcharged here, as long as the chain lightning already went off, or you just wait a few seconds, regardless, and then go to your overcharged person. There's no person to go to the overcharged person right away and get chain lightning down next to them. So the overcharge happens, just wait a few seconds, then go to the overcharged person. If these chain lightning guys spawn, they are fully stunnable, so please try to make good use of your stuns if you have them. Stun these mobs and kill them right away. And again, chain lightning has already went off on this platform, so they know it's pretty safe to like stack up and stuff. See how they all stack up here because they know chain lightning is off cooldown. Helm gets cast. We plan to have 4 warlocks with gates on every corner, so use the gates. Bouncing balls happen. I just rewound a sec. But yeah, so the gate happens plus bouncing ball. Everyone helps soak bouncing balls. Again, if an ad spawns, kill it right away. These ones are pretty strong, and they can get a buff. Make sure you purge or dispel them, if they get the buff. And then the cooldowns reset. So we got chain lightning and overcharge here again. Helm, bouncing balls, and then they didn't get a static shock, I think, on this platform, but I think you are supposed to. For this first intermission, it's really important that when you stack up for the static shock, that's when you use your defensives and healers. You guys use your cooldowns for your corner. So Disc Priest, you should barrier. Rest of shamans, you should Spirit Link.
And just as a general, like, courtesy for your group, if you have Helm, don't commit to soaking one of the bouncing balls because your pushback will like outpace your movement speed and it can fuck things up and spawn an edge. Just assume that you're not doing it. Everybody should adjust.
Yep, that's correct. Okay, so as soon as the intermission ends, we get to our sides and we have a nice little picture here of the ball lightning. So we have a ball lightning thing here on the left, and then we have this order. So you want to be spread out in an arc around the boss, 1 through 8, 1 through 8, and the ball lightnings will spawn, and then we mass script them in. As soon as they spawn, all of these ranged players can come and stack in the melee, and everyone AoEs. We have our stuns assigned. The first stun is Vera's AoE stun into Fluffy Shockwave, and then the second one is Fluffy Shockwave into Agora's AoE stun, right?
Yar.
That sounds right.
Correct.
Let me rewind here a sec. They don't have chain lightning anymore, but we will, and I think this is right about when it happens, right, Flout?
Yeah, like as soon as shamans get in position, you can drop a grounding and it'll last long enough.
Yeah, so get into your positions and drop grounding here.
You actually want to make sure to do it early so it's back up.
And again, warriors, you guys are looking for the cooldown and your spell reflecting on the cooldown. So we pull all the mobs in, we kill them. We won't be dealing with the bouncing balls here, which is nice. Lightning Whip is not a super huge deal, but it should get baited like towards this corner when we're all stacked in. And then ball lightning people, you should be watching this ball lightning timer. When this timer is 5 seconds left, you should go out to your spots. Really, as soon as the lightning whip happens, you can go out to your spots. Actually, I think there's nothing really happening else. So where they're getting this bouncing balls is when we should be getting spell reflect, I believe. So be ready to spell reflect this. Ball lightnings, pull them in. And then we're using defensive cooldowns on these static shocks here. So we have cooldowns assigned, and we'll use them for static shocks.
Is that going to be a double on life, or was that like the bug they fixed
No, you are supposed to get doubles here.
on this phase? Okay.
Yeah. I think.
Isn't
So
it
that
only
makes
if
up the
you
level
upgrade that
by one?
conduit?
Yeah, but we are upgrading the conduit. What percent are they going here? I think usually, Fluffy, we wait till 65 energy here. Is that right?
Sure.
Hmm.
They just wait till later. I thought we tried this, but it ended up being like a bad overlap of stuff. That definitely makes it simpler. Regardless, we get to our new spots. Everyone get into ball positions, mass grip, AoE. Next ability, we should be baiting the lightning whip. So you stack in, bait the lightning whip. And really, the lightning whip is not a huge deal. We just want to make sure it doesn't go towards the ranged ball spots or towards the next corner we're going to go to. Ball lightning in
Just
2
do the chain
seconds.
lightning.
People in their ball lightning spots. Mass grip. AoE stun. Kill. Are they earthquaking?
Looks
Yeah,
like
I
it.
saw Earthquake on their
It's
nameplate.
technically better burst in that shorter window. You can precast it.
Well, is it also just to interrupt, do they have a cast, or?
They do, but it's probably more for the damage than it is for the micro stun.
Interesting.
Yeah, earthquake
You guys can
confirmed.
try it out. I don't think we were doing that before.
I'm gonna have to put that on my bars.
The fuck?
I mean, pre-earthquake makes sense. We're gonna be those ball lightnings are gonna take a lot longer to die than what we were doing. So
Are you sure precasting a chain lightning wouldn't be more damage than that?
You could do both.
you could do both.
I guess, yeah. Too bad.
At least it's
Earthquake should be better.
overcharged.
Yeah, they never got it.
No,
Actually, no,
they,
it would.
they did. It's over here.
The skulls are they're overcharged. Spot.
So we are not doing this. We are stopping halfway, get
For
the
the
overcharge
Prog, yes.
person, and then go. But they're also going in a different order than us, so it's a little different.
They're phasing after these die.
Okay, go to your spots. Don't get knocked off. Just to make sure everyone knows, the boss does a big knockback around him when he transitions. So you have to make sure you don't get knocked off. I think this corner doesn't get static shock again, which is weird, but yeah, but I think a good idea is to look up here. These 5 abilities are the ones that might go off. Oh, he does get static here. He immunes it. Yeah. In general, I think I'd recommend not immuning Static Shock in this phase. In the second intermission, we have a lot of people on each platform, so you should be able to easily group up and soak it, and that way you have immunities if you get it in the last phase. The others, so also the cooldown's just reset, so everyone needs to make sure you're spread out. Looking for chain and overcharge first, usually. It was bouncing, but okay. All these 3 abilities went off. You're pretty safe to stack now because it's just helmet static. Make sure you dodge that shit. Helm person over there, and then they didn't get another static. I've said this a few times. We really want to make sure that you use defensives in the second intermission instead of using it for the static shock. Use it to catch bouncing balls. They hurt a lot more, and there's a lot more of them in this phase. So these bouncing balls, obviously, when there's only 2, that's easy. But if there's a lot, make sure you use your defensives and help soak them. Okay, last phase. So we're gonna bring the boss over here to the side. Warlocks, you guys need to reset up your warlock gates here. To go from pretty much the ranged area to the melee area. 2 people get static shock. Ideally, we want to always either immune or sack one of these people. We don't want them to be taking double static shocks in this phase. So we'll try to call really early if someone's able to immune, or if not, we'll call for one person to sack. And then we'll have cooldowns for the static shocks. But the idea is, again, this phase should always be pretty consistent. So it always starts with wind, whip. When the whip happens, you immediately ranged go out to the side because Thunderstruck is happening in 5 seconds.
You forgot for us it's going to start with chain as well.
Yeah. Instead of the bouncing balls, we'll have chain. So we need to make sure we spell reflect and grounding totem. So we stack with the one person with static shock here, and then Thunderstruck should be happening very soon. And Thunderstruck happens. If you are not one of the ball baiters, but I think pretty much all of the ranged are, right? I guess the warlocks aren't.
The healers are.
So the warlocks and healers that aren't part of the ball baiters, you guys should probably just take the gate back into melee and chill. If you're a ball baiters, we should go into our arc here. Does this make sense? So instead of being in the corner, we're still in the same arc. Like number 1 is left, number 8 is all the way to the right, and we spawn the balls and we mass crypt them in. And then it's back to baiting lightning whip and wins. Everyone should. Oh, so here's the hard part. Okay, so in OG mop, we are supposed to run out and get Thunderstruck out here. Same thing we just did, and then come back and get balls again. But in our current iteration of the PTR, they are getting ball lightning first for some reason, even though it says ball lightning has 18 seconds left and Thunderstruck has 11. They're pretty consistently getting the ball lightning first, so we'll plan for that and see what happens to us. So pretty much we want us to get into ball positions here in the arc.
Wait, didn't they just do ball lightning?
Yes.
Okay.
Corbin, we were talking about it.
These
We want
people
you to
with
use
static-
your roar for this if it goes back to the way it's actually supposed to work. You're gonna need to roar, and everybody's gonna need to move because we could get a thunderstruck near the boss.
In melee, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you don't want me to use it when we have conflicting winning and need to get out.
No, we need to save it for this part.
Okay.
Yeah.
At least until we know how it's working consistently. These static shocks, one person should run into melee to soak, and one person should immune or sack themselves. And then
Doesn't that potentially put a thunderstruck in melee?
yeah, I guess that's true. Maybe they just both sack or immune.
You stack on the ranged, and then you
We can't stack
always
because the ball lightning's about to happen.
yeah. Then kill
It's
yourself.
just fucked. Yeah, I think it's
in-game.
just a sack or immune. Anyway, so again, this is not how it's supposed to be as in OG mob, but we think this is the version we're getting. So as soon as these ball lightnings happen, ranged all boots to diamond because Thunderstruck has been off cooldown for like 10 seconds. It's finally going to go off soon. So we still mass script them in and AoE them, but all of the ranged to boots over here. A Thunderstruck spawns, and then you have to get away from the Thunderstruck. But I mean, the boss is at 9% here, so if we make it through that, we pretty much win. According to their cooldowns, Thunderstruck is at 13, and Ball Lightning's at 9, so probably just go into Ball Lightning positions here. And I think the Ball Lightning spawned, but they just killed the boss. So we are going to assume we're getting this version of Lei Shen. So pretty much the first time Thunderstruck happens first. I'll go rewind back to the start of this phase. So the first time we do the round of abilities, we get Whip plus Wind. And then ranged move out to Diamond, bait the Thunderstruck, do the static shocks correctly. Thunderstruck spawns. Warlocks and Resto Shamans can take the gate in as soon as the Thunderstruck spawns. And then the Super 8 get into their arc. Or Ball Lightning. Ball Lightning spawn, mass grip, kill them. And then for the second round of abilities, instead of running out to Diamond, we're going to get into Ball Lightning positions. So we're in our Ball Lightning arc. For some reason, nothing happens for 10 seconds. These people will sack themselves, they're immune. Ball Lightnings are about to spawn. Boots over to Diamond. Let the melee deal with that shit. Get away from the Thunderstruck. And pretty much kill the boss at this point. But I'd say get into your ball positions just in case.
They did another round. They baited a third Thunderstruck out here.
At the very, very end, you're talking about?
Oh yeah, yep.
I think it's like as the boss is dying though, right?
Probably. Let's see.
So yeah, they run out to Diamond just in case.
Yeah.
But boss is dead.
Well, if you bait a Thunderstruck in melee at this point, you're
Yeah,
dead.
that would be a bad idea.
Yeah, 4%. You
Obviously,
definitely don't commit.
Obviously,
Yeah.
we don't want that to happen, by the way, but let's say by some crazy thing, a Thunderstruck happens here. The goal will be for everyone to immediately boots or gate to the other side and get as far away from it as possible. But it's probably a wipe, but, you know, might as well try. Again, if it's working as it's supposed to, like an OG, it's always the same order, so it's always the way the first round of abilities go. So Winds plus Whip, run to Diamond, bait Thunderstruck, soak your static shocks. Thunderstruck spawns. In a sec. There it is. Get away from it and get into Ball Lightning arc. And it's that like rinse and repeat. So after this, in theory, it's supposed to be Winds plus Whip, which we get the Whip there. We get the Winds here. And it should be run to Diamond to bait Thunderstruck, but for some reason, the Ball Lightning is just going out first. And let's say we get into this Ball Lightning arc and Thunderstruck does spawn. Everyone will just need to run to like this far right side, including the tanks and melee probably. And we can try to live it, but I think it's pretty fucked if that happens. Ball Lightning, boots to Diamond. Bait Thunderstruck, get away from Thunderstruck. So yeah, it's definitely doable as it is right now. Anyone have any questions about that?
Yeah, why the fuck do Warlocks have a 50% run speed increase? It just lasts forever.
True.
'Cause it
So you,
damages
so you
something?
can forget that you toggled it and like slowly tick down the entire encounter.
Alright,
Yeah.
let's talk about
Your
Raw
Soul
Den.
Link's probably gonna out heal it.
Raw Den
right
is a
now.
very, very simple encounter mechanically, but very high personal responsibility. If you fuck up your assignment, you will wipe us. So it should say. Actually, let's see if he has. So it says go to star. It says TTS. Go to star. Go to triangle. Go to triangle. Go back. You go back to the raid. So this is how it should look on your screen, and it's very, very simple to understand it. Go to star, go to triangle, go back.
With one exception.
True. We'll talk about it when we get there. But the other thing is these red ads need to die. Oh, they died. The red ads need to die. It's very, very important. So make sure that you guys are doing full max damage on them ranged as soon as they spawn. These stalkers here, we are full focusing them now. So as soon as they spawn, target them, kill them. Very important. Sometimes the red orb might be on like the far side of you or whatever. You have to make sure you're there right away, casting at it right away. The list for the Vita will just go down person to person. Just follow the order. And this is kind of just like an endurance fight. You have to just keep doing the correct thing and killing the ads as they come out.
I
And
recommend really quick. I'll keep saying it, but it's a good rule of thumb. Every time we reset, just take a look at your list and like look at the reset like 10 seconds after look at the list and just be aware of like if people need to like skip around or whatever if the list gets messed up. Just please be aware. It's the only thing
yeah,
that'll really wipe us on this fight.
we'll
Other
see what
than
it
the
looks like on
tanks.
this guy's. Yeah.
Are we planning on doing the Dab of the Sword stuff?
I think we definitely should in the last phase.
I think so as well. So Warriors, if you can save your Dab of the Swords for last phase.
Did they fix the Fatal Strike? Because if so, we're
That's
just gonna
not.
die.
He was wrong.
I
It's
was
not how
wrong.
it works.
Who was
He's
wrong?
not. I was. He's not supposed to do any tank mechanics in the last phase. He just hits really hard and there's raid damage.
But isn't there a spell that?
No.
There's not. I thought there was, but there's not.
Okay, then yeah, I'll save it.
Cool. So it resets. Let's see. So Bustumbest gets the first one, and he's like in the middle of the order here. And then this guy that we're watching is number 1 on the order, so he's out right away. And what Tamal is saying is look at down here on the list. So after this mage goes, it's kind of hard to see. Slug something.
Lagnar.
It's gonna jump
Sluggers.
to Neld, and I think the add-on it should tell them to do it right correctly.
It should, but sometimes it wasn't. So you don't rely on the weak aura to hold your hand completely.
And then what about
don't rely on me to hold your hand either, please.
what about the shaman? Is it telling him to go to the right spot?
Sometimes it tells yeah, so it tells that person to go to the red spot, but sometimes when it gets back to that person, it's telling them to also go out again, even though they have the
Oh, I
debuff.
see.
So both of those people need to be aware. I think it only happened a handful of times for the person to go back out again, even if they had the debuff. But I think sometimes, like a lot of the time, it was skipping like Neld. It wasn't saying that part. Just be aware. All I'm asking.
Yep.
Do we want to go so far as to glyph overpower for this boss?
I think it would potentially be really good, depending on what you lose.
What does Glyph of Overpower do?
It extends the duration every time you, or Glyph of Retaliating, whatever, makes you overpowered, adds like a half second or whatever.
Yeah, it turns it into from like a 12-second to a 20-second. Is that right? Give or take.
Yeah, something like that, or 8 to 20 seconds.
Yeah.
More than doubles the duration of it.
Yeah, seems really good. What do you lose? It's nothing important, or?
On single target, there's not much. I mean, we'd lose Sweeping Strike, Glyph, which is a little bit of rage, but we're drowning in it in that second phase anyways.
Damn it.
Oh, Moon, please. God, a pure white screen.
It's all white.
The fucking flashbang, dude.
Who deleted their VODs for their raw den kill? It's annoying.
Don't they always?
Yeah, they do. Usually, like a few days after. But anyway, the last phase, there's nothing really to watch. It's just burn phase, and we just have to like pump heals like crazy.
I don't know, what day did they kill Red N?
Are we committing to, if the first two are healing orb, to killing them? And do we have a good method of calling them out?
I would think when we looked at the math, it looked like we definitely should kill them.
My 2 cents is if the very first orb is a healing orb, we kill that. And like we have literally everybody swap to it, not just the ranged. After that, it's too hard for people to recognize where the orb is in the room and react fast enough and kill it fast enough. So I think we, after the first one, we just let all the future ones go and we just plant and heal and DPS.
Yeah, I mean either way, we just make a clear call on what we're doing.
Healing Rain was, or conductivity was worth on the at least 2, right? Felt like.
Yeah,
Very
definitely
worth.
felt worth.
I've got the Sea Sword.
Sure, yep. Want to like it?
Yeah. In the Red End channel? Linked it as I killed it, so you just go back however far you want.
Yep. So the boss transitions at 40%. Oh, we were talking about, since we might have a little bit less gear than we did. If we get ball 9 here, we think we should kill the red ball. So they just barely miss it. But if we get it, I think we kill the red ball. We stop DPS on boss, kill the red ball, and then transition. But yeah, this last phase, there's pretty much nothing going on. So if we get a ball that says heal on the very first ball, we'll kill it. And melee, you can like go out to it and kill it also. There's not any like mechanics going on here. But they're all the same color, right? It looks like. No. Okay, so
No.
the damaged ones are like lightning-y.
Yeah, it's not. It's too hard to identify like where they're coming from because
Sure.
there's no lines. I don't know.
I remember asking like, oh, which ones are the healing ones, which ones are the damaged ones, and we didn't really know. So the damaged ones are purple. We never killed those ones.
I did ask about a Foji enhancement to see if he could just like make a TTS that says healing orb spawned or something generic.
Yeah, we could.
If it's got a different name, you could just go change your plater if it helps you personally. But
Problem is,
Yeah,
it's out of nameplate range.
Yeah, it's out of nameplate range, and like we can do our generic calls of like far being past where the boss is standing, behind, left, right.
Yeah. Oh, one thing really important to note, guys, and we called it out on our last day of testing, but whenever we're calling for healing cooldowns here, barriers, spirit link, smoke bombs, try to get it like in the middle of the boss, so that way it hits the tanks. And as tanks, we should try to make sure we're tanking really close to the boss. Shamans, we're planning on running conductivity here, so you just have to use the healing rain every 30 seconds or whatever. Make sure you have a weak aura for it.
Fluffy, are you here?
Another easy thing for the shamans is your healing stream also has 30 second. So just whenever you healing stream, you also healing rain, and they just sync up.
What's up, Tamal?
Depending on the orbs and everything, I think we might have you guys go out and soak. So just make sure you understand how the soaking mechanic works. It's like last ditch effort.
Okay. You're saying for the lightning charge thingy? Like the go to
Vita.
go star,
Yeah.
go triangle? Okay. Yeah, I've done that on our wipes.
Cool.
The main thing here is I'll be calling out raid CDs, Fluffy will be calling out tank CDs. Fluffy, we're gonna have all of the warriors save die by the sword, and we can use that as a
Yeah, I
cooldown.
heard. I've been here.
So yeah, that'll help a lot. And then I'm also gonna try to taunt more to get vengeance, but also to like use my cooldowns. I realized what I should be doing it is basing it off my elusive brew, so I could just like tank for 15 seconds with elusive brew.
Mm.
With 3 DPS warriors, we can tank for a straight minute with that by the sword.
That's pretty crazy.
Oh, this guy's
Pretty good,
entire
pretty good.
chat is just fucking Volto.
That's embarrassing.
Holy fuck.
I will say,
my only value is bringing crit at the moment. Crying face.
especially for people that are
That's
not
not even
used,
your value. I can do that.
especially for warriors that are not used to tanking, make sure when you come and taunt with that with the sword, flip the boss, or like, face the boss away from the raid. Let's talk about Dark Animus.
There we go. We got there.
Yeehaw. We target now.
Dark, yeah.
Yeah, this boss sucks. So
What?
the main thing is we have our Dark Animus assignments. These are very important. I tried to keep people in the same spots for Prog. Let me know if you're in like a wildly different spot or if you want to try to move with someone. Balto, I think with our comp we do want you tanking an ad.
Yeah.
And remember, guys, the most
Does
important
8
thing
die?
is
Right?
yeah,
Like
you just
early?
kill it into the ad on the right, the flat
Well,
tab.
no. It should be one or like one of the 1 through 3. So yeah, you should swap Icy and Volto.
Okay, I thought we liked the shaman up there to chain lightning. No,
Volto will die.
he wasn't dying
No
before.
faith.
He was.
He wasn't. He said he was, and I looked through all the logs, and he wasn't dying.
Is it the Mandela effect?
He said he was like getting chunked.
Or the full Abyss effect.
No, we weren't in full
No, like I was dying early when we weren't immediately killing them. But if everyone's immediately like if I am just immediately killing the ad, then yeah, it's fine.
Just swap Volto and Icy. Number 3 on the right can be killed immediately.
Yeah, but we liked IC being there for chain lightning, I thought.
I mean, I was doing right side 8 and Turtle was doing 7 at one point, and we would just take ours towards those other stacks and chain lightning them.
Okay, I'll solve it.
I think that's what I was doing too with 8 when I was playing on the shaman. The problem is like the second time we did it ethically, that was the day where we were all playing shamans, so
Yep. Anyway, everyone has their assigned ad. The goal is to kill your ad pretty much as fast as possible and dump it into your massive, except for the few people who generally know what they're doing. It's really important though that we separate that at the beginning so they're not near each other, so they don't buff each other. Melee, you guys are all on ads near the massive anima, so you just single target your ad down, kill your own ad, let the anima go into the massive. The tanks will be taunting them in as much as they can. And yeah, we've done a pretty good job of cleaning up this initial phase so that we're not dying insta, which is good. The next part of the fight is much more dangerous though. The general idea for our current strat is we pretty much have a quarantine zone. So we have a spot where you go to if you get anima font, including melee. They will just run over there and AFK if they get anima font. And then we will have like a safe spot for all of our raid to stand so that we're not in range of the anima font. And then the other important part of the fight is people that don't kill their ads right away. You guys need to know when you're supposed to kill your ad, and you're responsible for getting it towards that massive robot when the time comes. And tanks kind of you too. Like it's your responsibility to know which ones you need to taunt and kill. But really, like the most important thing is once your anima, your massive anima loses 2 energy. So let's say as soon as he gets to 34 out of 36, just taunt in any one with 2 energy and kill it. That's the most important thing. Remor, I think I am planning on playing Bear right now for this fight, so I will need you breaking all of the anima things and APOC as backup.
Am I getting the first one?
Yeah, Epur is the first one.
Okay.
Shamans. This is the biggest healing stream totem fight. We think it's going to help us a lot survive the extra jolts and stuff, which is where we've been dying. So really make sure that you're comfortable using your healing stream totems here. And pretty much like using them on cooldown for the jolts. I'd also recommend you get the talent that lets you reset the cooldowns of your totems so you can send extra healing streams.
You can't take that in projection, and this is a projection fight.
I think the double healing totem is more important.
Really, the only people who won't get the storm lashes are me, Epur, and then whichever other poor sap is square with fading
Yeah.
duty.
Everyone else should be like over there stacked up with each other. So yeah, I think take double totems and really make sure that you're using healing stream totems fully here. Also, another thing to bring up is defensives. It goes for everyone, but I know we have a lot of Ellie Shamans. You guys need to be using your defensives. There's a lot of them. There's Astral Shift, there's the Earth Ellie Channel 1, and then there's also Shaman Rage, right?
Yep.
So you need to be rotating through them, using them on the jolts, staying alive. For this fight, but also just in general. You need to be using them a lot. Like, especially the 1 minute Earth Ellie, I think is really strong. There's a lot of fights where there's like 1 minute of where we take a lot of extra damage, and you can just have him channeling on you for the whole minute.
So pretty much like when the AoE like jolts start to happen, like just having that channeled for basically the rest of the fight is super big.
Yep, exactly. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the tanks. Fluffy and Flat, do you guys think you can reset your stacks without me being in the rotation, or is that going to be fucked?
I don't think that makes sense to do given the struggles we had.
I can do
Okay.
either way.
I think it seemed honestly fine when I was on the Bear. On the Monk, I felt squishy, but on the Bear, it was mostly fine. And then the other thing I was gonna ask for you, Fluffy, is right now we're tanking, the massives on both sides of the boss. And on your side is the like animal font side, and you're just
Yep.
getting like pelted constantly.
Yep.
Over here, I think you can see
Yep.
it on Skull.
Mhm.
Do you think it is better just to go over here to the far left and just fuck off and just tank your ad? Obviously, we lose a lot of boss damage.
We do, but yeah, I kind
It
of.
might just be like way safer.
Yeah, look at me standing in this anima font. Oh yeah,
Like
don't look.
it's literally just constant anima fonts.
It gets worse as the fight goes on, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Why do you
I
think that?
I don't know. It just feels like that.
think it was pretty
The only reason it
consistent.
gets worse is because people are in their proper positions. They're not tanking ads and stuff.
I mean,
Yeah, so I really think you should just come over here, far away from the anima font, and you just be in charge of the tank swaps.
Okay.
And it should just be like way safer, I think, for you.
Yeah, we can do that.
But yeah, this is all just about living. Like we're close on the skill, and honestly, we've been in full ethical gear, tier 14 gear, so we'll have some tier 15 gear by the time we get to this boss. So it should die a lot faster. And we just have to play well. Again, you have to get to the right spots with anima fonts and stay there until it's over. And everyone just really needs to be looking at your feet, dodging anima fonts. Almost all of our wipes, people are just standing in anima fonts and dying, including me, like the tanks too. So we need to just be better about avoiding anima fonts, not dying. Just survive, get through this boss. Any questions for Dark Animus? Okie dokes. Let me see if I can find some of our trash pulls.
You should go over to Rumo.
Oh, yeah.
Did we
I
go
don't.
over Primordius too?
Oh, yeah, sure, we didn't.
Primordius doesn't matter. That's a tank thing. You guys know what you're doing.
True.
You blew us up enough times.
Let's see if it's in this Who Reclear. Is the before or after Primordius? Generally, no, you need to stay with your group.
You're only as strong as your slowest person, so.
I think they skipped Primordius into Rumo.
Wait, I have a question for Dark Animus. Like in P2, this is Landon. I was at that like triangle baiting for anima swaps or whatever. Am I with square whenever, or am I still back at triangle? Were we doing that?
It's a good question. I think we did like having some backup people on triangle and circle.
Okay.
Because otherwise, like Epur and Corbin were just getting like spammed like literally every single mechanic, and it was killing them.
I was having so much fun.
So yeah, I think having an extra person on triangle would help Landon.
Okay.
And like, it's not like super important for you to be over there, but like whenever you can, like portal back or gate back, whatever,
Yeah.
you know. Mm. Why are we at MSV? I'll just pull up, I don't know, Marvin. Primordius, we have assigned spots, especially for the beginning of the fight. It's really important to remember if you're the first person getting buffs here, don't just get your buffs and then leave. Continue killing ads until your partner is evolved also. And you don't want to evolve right away. You want to get like 3 buffs and then wait a sec. And then pretty much we all evolve somewhere between 1:30 and 2 minutes.
I think that was
That was a
initial.
very
right?
early on.
Yeah.
Then we swapped it to Warlocks evolving early on.
Are tanks evolving early or no?
No, I don't think we need it. Like evolve when you can, but like let the DPS get it first.
Okay.
Don't worry, Puck. You can go first. No, you go first.
Also, random note: they changed the visuals of this fight. I never saw a lot of it, but apparently the purple and red pools look a lot different now. But they said it looks really good, so I don't know what that means. But the general idea is, we'll kind of keep them in one area for the beginning of the fight. Everyone is killing their slimes. Once we all evolve at 2 minutes, we all get on the boss. We lust. And once we're on the boss here, we'll just kite him, but only back and forth on one side of the room. And that way the multi-daughters, all of the warlocks, can still kill the far side ads. And we still have room to kite away from purple oozes.
Remember to not tank boss all the way against the wall. Tank it semi close to the middle.
Yeah, even if we have to do like a big move and then come closer to the middle, it's better.
Yep.
Let's see. There's a few things. If you get more than 2 bad debuffs, we're planning to have healers cleanse you. Once you get cleansed, you'll still be fully evolved, but you won't have any good buffs, so you just have to go and get 5 new good buffs.
Epur, cloak clears your bad debuffs, right? Oh, sad.
Which kind of the same thing. So if we're evolving at 1:30, let's say, your fully evolved thing will wear out at 3 minutes 30, and then you go and get 5 new buffs, get fully mutated again. At around so everyone should get their second fully evolved at around 4 minutes. And once we hit 4 minutes, we'll call to all in the boss. Maybe like 4 minutes 10, 4:20. We'll call to all in the boss, and then even warlocks, you guys aren't attacking dads at all either. Everyone is just full focusing boss.
Whenever you reset and get dispelled, it resets the 2-minute timer as well. So it's not like everyone's going to be going at the same time.
Yeah, generally most people will be though. It's also really worth noting, if we're looking at this picture, so we're gonna keep the boss between 1 and 5. The warlocks are multi-dotting 6 through 10.
And me.
So that means
You're not.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, we have the 4 warlocks. They'll mostly cover it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You get the tip boss.
You can like help multi-dot the big ad in the middle if you want.
Yeah. I usually do that either way, but it's a really effective use of my kit for me to follow if I can.
Well, if it's gonna make you do more single target, you can do it.
Okay.
Anyway, the warlocks are multi-dotting 6 through 10. So that means when your fully mutated wears off and you're like, oh, I need to go get 5 more buffs, there is probably a giant graveyard of bodies here that you need to go and suck up, and then carefully go back to the boss without hitting any more on the way back. But like, we've had some people say like, oh, like there's no puddles down, and like they're probably like standing all the way over here on 3 and like not realizing that there's all of the puddles should be between 6 and 10 because that's where the warlocks are killing stuff. Or not even 6 through 10, but like they'll get halfway, they'll like end up in the middle on this side of the circle. The biggest things to watch out for the boss mechanics that he can gain, there's one that we need to be spread out for. That one's really dangerous. And then there's one that we need to stack in for when he does a big green circle. It should mostly be the melee plus like the Ellie shamans, and the other range should probably just like stay out and stay spread out. There's also like a single target one, so healers try to look out for that and just spirit to heal that one person. And the tanks are getting pretty smashed on this fight, so we can try to call externals, but feel free to send externals if you think the tanks need it. And then Epur and Corbain are the main people helping the tank with the big ad in the middle. Also, we've had a lot to the ad reaching the boss, and that's in Snow White. So if you guys see the big ad is spawning, try to call it out. I know a few people are pretty good at that. But it doesn't hurt generally.
Will it one shot you?
No. Carry us
So,
with
like-
your distracting shot, please.
I was gonna say, like taunts.
Yeah, I was doing that on a couple.
Especially if it is it gonna one
Yeah.
shot you kind of thing.
Yep. And yeah, Fluffy, our number one goal though, I mean, aside from all the other stuff we're doing, it cannot get a purple puddle. It heals it
Yep.
for 10%.
Yep.
And after we call the all in, instead of staying on the one side, we can do a full circle, which makes it a little easier. So once we're in the like full circle mode, range can mostly hang out like in the middle of the room. Okay, and then let's look at Darumu.
I had to say, that guy dropped his rip for like 10 straight seconds. I'm fucking cringing, bro. He bit with like 4 seconds on roar and 6 on rip. Insane.
Okay, as you guys know, this boss was very bugged on PTR. They said they're working on fixing it, and then if they don't think they can like 100% fix it, they said they're just gonna like release like an easier version. So we'll see what we get, but just plan to play it correctly. First mechanic, lingering gaze. We've gotten better at this, but if you get lingering gaze on you, you have a few seconds before it drops. You want to put it in the direct middle of the boss or on the very far edge. Range, you guys can mostly play just like max range here, and that way you're already near the edge to drop it off. Next mechanic is Force of Will. It's pretty hard to see. It's this like purple cone here. Even, I mean, on the spot, it's very hard to see, but you guys have to dodge it. If you don't dodge it, it knocks you back, and it kills you as soon as you reach the edge of the room. If you're really fast, you can technically like charge leap Goblin Glider, but you really should just not get hit by it. Also, bring up Goblin Glider. Everyone, I've been saying this, should have a keybind for Goblin Glider. There's just way too many fights in this raid where it's useful. Okay, let's talk about colors. Yep. So there are 3 colors: red, blue, and green. In general, whoever gets blue, you just want to make sure it's not pointed at a blue ad, and stand still. You can tell where the ads are spawning right before the light phase happens. You can see like little ghosts of them. Does it not happen? Anyway, whatever. Right before the light phase happens, you can kind of like see glimpses of where the ads are spawning, and we'll try to mark the red ones especially. Tamal is mainly in charge of marking the red ones. Oh yeah. So you can see like there's a blue ad here, there's a red ad here, there's a yellow ad here, a yellow ad here, a red ad here. Do you guys see these little puffs of smoke? So if you're blue, all you have to do is point it not at this one blue ad and stand still. For yellow, ideally you want to point it away from wherever the yellow puffs of smoke are. So they're both up here. So generally you'd want to go 180 degrees away from those 2 yellow puffs of smoke. And once the cone comes down, it moves by itself, so you don't have to stay there. You can go to your correct color. And then the red one, you have the most important job kind of in this phase, because the phase doesn't end unless we kill the 3 red ads. So if you're the red ad or the red beam person, your job is to find these red ads and kill them. So once you find one, you have to stand still, wait till the DPS kill the ad. Once it is dead, then you start moving in either direction and find the other red ads. And again, Tamal is trying to mark them, so if you see where the markers are, like try to go towards the markers. Healers, there's a dispel mechanic on this fight. That's not super important, but it's just worth you guys knowing. Pretty much it puts a debuff on a person, and the longer it stays on them, the more damage it does. But if you dispel right away, it spawns like 1,000,000 ads. If you dispel halfway, it only spawns 500,000 ads. The ads are
500,000.
pretty weak though, so I'd say just let it tick a few times and then dispel it.
The difficulty in the ads comes from whatever damage you deal to the ad, it gets reflected back to the person that you dispelled. So
Yeah, so it's worth noting, even if you guys do see ads, do not kill them. Just let them die to passive cleave, so that way you don't like kill the person in a big burst. Okay. When that phase ends, we'll go back to phase 1. We'll get a force of will, and then on this, after this second force of will, we all stack up in front of the boss. So there's the force of will. Everyone stacks up. We'll call out where to stack up, and these ice walls will spawn. We need to immediately start AoEing the hell out of these ice walls. On PTR, they were very bugged and their hitbox wasn't very good, but just do your best AoE as much as you can. And then we'll stand on this laser beam here, and we're looking if we need to go left or right. You see these squiggles on the right? They're kind of hard to see, but there's these purple squiggles here, and that means we go right. It's also, if you want to look at it this way, so the maze starts here, and then it's like filling in the rest of the room, and we always want to be where it starts.
Is there supposed to be always a safe spot in melee for the maze?
Yes, there's always a melee path and a ranged path. We are planning to all use the melee path, so that way we can stick together and use healing cooldowns here. In general, there's not a lot of good places to use healing cooldowns, so we should send them here, especially like defensives, like rallies. Make sure we stay alive. Like you can pop like a barrier in front of us, you can pop a spear link in front of us.
I don't know if you changed this, man, but when we were setting it up initially, I set it up so the healing cooldowns were used in the spectrum phase, and the defensive CDs were used in the maze phase.
Yeah, I just like added a bunch of shamans because we had extra shamans, but generally, yeah. So you just kind of run through this maze, looking for the open spots. They're kind of hard to see. We'll have someone marked, and we can follow that person. Oh, if there's these purple puddles in our way in the path, it does not like lethal damage, but it does slow you. So just like run through it best you can with the movement ability. Dodge force of will. Now the next mechanic is light phase again, but before the light phase, we'll get an ice wall. You get an ice wall before every phase, except for the first light phase. So we get ice walls, we kill all the ice walls. It's worth noting, once you kill the two that are like near us, try to kill the far one also. So lights are spawning soon.
Their gimmick is like the segment of wall shares health the entire line, correct?
So this whole line shares health. They're all at 17% right now. But
So
so you just go up,
multi-daughters, just
max
like focus
AoE.
on the far and work your way in, and then cleave. Just cleave in the middle.
Why does it matter? Just focus on the far.
Because you're the only one who can target it.
That doesn't matter. They all share health.
Yeah, I know, but like if you're trying to DPS a certain section, like depending on your targeting.
Oh, you're saying like the far wall.
Yeah, like so, like if we're trying to do the right side, like it doesn't make us sense to try and target the specific wall in the center. Just target the one in the back because it's easier to target.
How does debuffs work with that? Like,
It's whatever you're targeting has the debuffs. So if it's still part of the wall, it doesn't have the same debuffs on that line.
I think honestly it looks
So
like
you
they
would
get
target
AoE
the inner ones technically.
pretty fast, and we have a lot of shamans. If chain lightning is working, which it should, like those will smelt.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the wall
Yeah,
with.
kill the
with
close
Monk.
walls and then kill the far wall. Yeah, generally. We didn't really see this life drain mechanic here, but tanks and rogues is gonna be our job to do this. Pretty much just like get 2 stacks of it and then fuck off.
Get to work, APOC.
Melee has a mechanic. I'm quitting.
It's worth noting if we ever accidentally get a yellow ad or a blue ad, we have to kill them top prio. And then go back to like killing the red ads. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole fight. You probably get, well, these guys get 2 light phases and 2 maze phases. So this is their second maze phase. Again, like these purple things can be here if someone dropped them badly, but just run through them. Don't worry about it too much. They just slow you a little bit. The boss has a really big hitbox, so I'm pretty sure melee can hit from here, so everyone should still be DPSing the boss as much as you can.
GG.
Yep. Um. I was trying to find some of our trash skips from PTR2, but I was not being very successful.
Where did you link that flat sheet?
In the Prog channel and in raid discussion. I think I've had it. Okay, so this first pull, we'll just mega pull everything. I think we stopped here, but we said we probably could have kept going. Yeah, I think we can pull everything into this guy and then just be spread out for this guy. He just like picks people and they have to get out of the raid.
Do we want to double shroud or anything, and just whatever pulls?
Sure, no reason not to, right?
Yeah.
But I think they're like standing like, I don't know. Yeah, we
It might be sappable or something, but there's no harm in sending it.
Everyone can be mounted up, and then rogues, you guys can try to sap and shroud. If we pull stuff, we pull stuff. We just pull it all into the first mini boss. But I literally don't know what these guys do because they never did anything dangerous enough to care, except for this guy, which is just get out with the debuff. I'm gonna skip the bosses here and just do trash. I think we do the horde on trash skip here.
Fluffy and Flat. You guys know where the gong people are for Megara?
Where the what people are? Gone?
The bells or whatever.
Oh, which one am I assigned to?
Your middle.
Yeah.
I'm not a swap with you. If
I
you
thought we
prefer
were.
one.
Are we 3 tanking?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going back to 3 tanking. We didn't like the 2 tanking one.
I'm getting the right one then, or
Yep.
Okay,
where
so
that's at?
when we kill
Yeah.
Jinrock, the plan is to not pull these snakes. I think I roll into them, but just walk around the snakes, the bushes, spawn them. And the plan is to all group up over here. And
Real quick, Moon.
Yep.
By getting to where we are, where Jordy's jumping right now, you have to pull one snake group. So we should mount up before the bushes. You can't get to there without pulling the snakes.
What about with Shroud?
I think they proxy either way.
Okay, so we just walk up or mount up to the spot and then use the fur.
You can't mount in this thing. This is insane. I hate it here.
Well, someone. Yeah. Anyway.
I hate it here. Anyways, you just mount up at the front of the circle on the other side there, and like
Right. So as soon as you kill
right
Jinrock,
there.
Wait, are you saying mount up or yak?
Yak.
Okay, so you're saying
the
yak
yaks.
as soon as you walk into this room.
Pretty much, yeah. Before the bushes, and we just yak past everything.
So the only problem with that is you'll have to adapt to where these guys are padding.
Yep.
Okay, so everyone should have yaks in your bag. Everyone should have it for all splits. We don't want to do this trash ever. So we will yak as soon as we get in the door. If you can, Tamal, at least do a 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
And then we all yak and follow Tamal. Which one is not usable, by the way? I always forget.
It's
The Kefka bean.
goat.
A goat.
The Kaffa beans. So that one isn't real, just the other two ones. And again, just to make sure you guys all understand, these big floating guys will knock you off if you walk into them, even on the yak, I believe. So you
What
have to
am I
dodge these
watching
guys.
right now?
This is like a mini boss halfway through that we're ignoring. These are mobs that we don't pull. He stopped to paint stuff himself, which is fine, but
And we want to get past this mini boss. We want to get into Hordon's room. There's no reason to die where Jordy died here.
yeah. So there's a door here, and you can just right click to open it, right?
Yeah, we were initially confused whether or not we had to kill the mob to open that door, and then it turns out you can just not.
Go past.
It's
And,
pretty,
and then
pretty dope.
once we do get here, guys, like into this hallway, we want to die as fast as possible. So whatever mobs are on you, like let them kill you. But yeah, that's the horde on skip. Anyone have any questions on that? If you die on the way, just release, run back, and get a summon.
If you're out of mass res range, obviously.
Yep. Let's see. After Hordon is Council. For Council,
right
we
here at the start
decided
then.
we're gonna do this as just in 2 big pulls. So we'll pull these 2 guys. They pull no matter what. We pull all of these guys, and we pull these 2 guys. Epur, you can maybe go and pull these 2 guys over here, or whoever. Remora, Mass Grip, AoE all this stuff down. And then again, we're gonna pull these 2 and just go in, pull all these
So
guys.
we're not going to do the CC or anything.
No, it didn't work. There'll be paths on both sides. We're planning to AoE this stuff all right here in the middle. So just pull left and right side whenever we can, and just AoE all the stuff here again in the middle. And again, this trash doesn't really do much. They're just in the way.
It just exists. And then Tortoise, we're pulling middle bat pack into the right bat pack. And doing the left separate.
And then there's also this jump here. So when we get to this bridge, don't go on the bridge. It does a cinematic. It's kind of annoying. We're going to the right. The best thing I saw was get down to this spot here where Jordy is, and then use your Kaffa bean thing, the mount. And it kind of like shoots you down into this hole, and then you Goblin Glider once you're near the ground. But anyway, you want to do it. The Goblin Gliders
Not
are
worth
just
the
kind of
charge
slow.
for that.
I mean, we're not using it other places. Anyway, you just have to get down here. Use your Goblin Glider. Don't die, please. Takes time to res you. Tiger.
I gotcha.
I just saw you were dead.
Okay.
We're just running past this pack here and pulling it into the pack on the right. We'll mark the 3 big guys, and Corbin will call out solar beams, I guess. We do Tordos. After Tordos is this trash, Megara trash. So we have it assigned under the Tordos page. These trash groups, left, middle, right. So left we are considering directly below us, pretty much. Oh no, wait. Yeah, that's right. Right? I forget.
Left is to the left, middle is middle, and right is back to behind us to the right.
Okay, so this one down here is left.
Yep.
Okay, I feel like you said that's middle before. I don't know. Anyway, this is left.
Never have I said that was middle. That is always the left.
The far one straight ahead in the distance is middle, and then the right one is far to the right. The plan here is this left group has had trouble getting back to the raid afterwards. We will try, me and APOC are in that group, I think. We will try to shroud and get back to the group, but if not, we'll just like die and get summoned back. And then the other groups both have easy paths.
Man, can you go right there? I guess. I'm trying to like get a good view of the where I'm trying to see here. Go back a little further. Fuck it. Like 10, 15 seconds. Okay, so just right here. So you see where that thing is out in the distance? Oh, right, stop. Okay, you see that thing on the far right?
No.
Down. Right there. So you should shroud like all the way through the mushrooms and everything towards that mob, and then like you should be able to jump off the hill through that
I thought we were going
to
just up
Megara.
this
Yeah, I
way.
don't know why you guys keep trying to go up the hill. Just run towards that mob. It's way better. That'll get you
Where do we go from here?
at Megara. To just keep going right. There's a little jump down in the Megara's room.
We're still
Like
very
behind
far
that
from
pillar.
Megara here.
No. Just run straight through all that.
Also, if we're having the left group, like if the left group is the one that needs to be summoned, most likely, then we probably shouldn't have Fiend in that one, I imagine. Like the
Yeah,
lock should be in the other 2 groups.
put both warlocks in the right group. Yeah.
I would put one in the middle just in case, right?
I think it's pretty easy to shroud up this hill. I need to sap this guy.
Yeah, but there's no reason to. You're making more space in between you and the boss. You can
No,
run
but
straight through.
The rest of our raid is past this hill.
Yeah, just trust me, please. Go if he ever looks left, you can just run straight past that, and there's a big pillar, and you get to the other side of that, and you drop down, and there's 0 mobs there. It's free. You're like putting 100 mobs in between you instead of taking a shortcut.
Yeah, no, I've just never gone that way, so I don't know.
Why don't you
What's
go
there?
in left group then, so you can help with that, if you know it.
Yeah, I
sure.
mean I can. That's fine.
Let's just do that.
Yeah.
For the middle group, you guys kill your mob. It's like over here ish, and then you just follow this ridge line, and it's pretty safe.
You see where this little mob is down there on the left? That's where you jump down, where I'm talking about. Underneath this character frame. Right there.
Yeah, but
Down
I think
below.
this is kind of far from where you were.
No.
Well, anyway, you can just be in that group and you can lead the way.
Yeah, it's fine.
Honestly, at the end of the day, like, we're doing this trash ship just because it's still faster than like going as a whole raid and killing everything individually. But we don't really care if we're down a minute or 2 here. Like, we'll just summon our people, get everyone over to the boss, and be fine. We already showed off the Jikun skip. I think pretty much all the other bosses or all the other trashes, pretty much nothing, right?
Yeah, the only thing we need to make sure that we have our shamans aware that we're going to be swapping our symbies to them before Animus, so we can set up the solar beam rotations.
Sure, yeah. I think I'll always send by procs if that's good.
Yeah, I'll do either Leshev or Turtle.
Okay.
Whoever's on top of my raid frames is usually I pick.
Okay, I think that's pretty much everything. I mean, the fights where we have to perform the best are Dark Animus, Lei Shen, and Raden. Those are our hardest fights. We just have to make sure we get those and minimize our wipes to them. And we can still have a good race. I think a lot of people are going to be wiping this race, so it'll just be about minimizing as much wipes as possible.
On that note, what is the plan if we have to come back Friday?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'd probably assume that some people are working on Friday. Like, let's see who's in here. Like, Imposter, are you available Friday?
I could call in sick if I need to.
Anyone else work Friday?
What?
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 Monka. I work on Fridays, but I work from home. And assuming I don't have any meetings or emergencies, I can multitask.
Is anyone
I'll
else here?
be I'll be done with work by that time, but if for
We didn't
whatever
say time yet.
reason, oh, I assumed it would just be the normal rate time. I do work Friday, but I finish at 5 server.
That's the earliest you can get on.
I mean, it's Friday. I could probably get up earlier if you need me to. It just depends on the time. If you're asking for like
Are
1
you thinking,
o'clock in the
like-
afternoon, no.
Yeah,
but
like what time are you
2 or 3.
talking? Like 10 a.m. in the morning, or like
No, probably like
no,
3
wait,
is usually when we get going.
3?
3
Yeah, I could
server?
definitely
Yeah, I
do
could do
that.
3 server.
Does that not work for anyone in Prog? That it's in the call right now? Okay, so that'll be the plan. If we need to go Friday, we'll start at 3.
If for some reason, I'm not going to wood here, so it's not a jinx, but is there any, like, if we're having trouble with one boss and it's just not happening even Friday, are we going to be raiding Saturday? Because if so, I cannot make Saturday.
I'm not sure. We'll have to decide what we want to do. At that point, we probably didn't get a good race anyway, so we'll just have to decide what we want to do, whether we try to do another day or not.
Okay.
But we just want everyone locked in for the 2 days, just in case.
Okay.
Yeah, the problem is that we might not even at our own fault. It might just be bug bosses. So
yeah, it's true.
Up in the air.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, I'd say, one of the hardest tiers we've ever done. Plus, the PTR bugs didn't help, so like we weren't able to like test as much as we should have. But all we can do now is go in there, do the best we can, try to minimize wipes as much as we can, play smart. Yeah, and I mean, like, yeah,
That
that's all we can do.
positive attitude out of here. The fuck.
If you have fills, like let's say for Friday, like you guys will finish on Thursday, does it brick your race using other people that weren't part of the full lockout?
No,
it doesn't matter.
You can fill as many people as you want.
How not week 1?
Okay, I think that's pretty much everything. Does anyone have any other questions about any of the bosses, strategies, assignments, etc.? And again, Prog people, just really make sure you like double look through this assignment sheet. It will hopefully not change at all. It's just gonna stay like this. So make sure you know your spots. Make sure you know what abilities you're using your cooldowns on, stuff like that.
What
Okay.
time does this bitch launch?
6 p.m. EST tomorrow.
Okay.
It's already up.
Or
GG.
today for some people.
Nerds.
Okay, GG's guys.
Yo.